That's my mic live. I've shut the players up temporarily. So welcome, welcome to the game. We'll be playing in. I know the countdown says about 3 minutes, but it did reset itself when one of the players rejoined the game. So we'll be starting any second now. So we're going to be playing Modern Age with the Cyberpunk Slice, with a little adventure that I've written myself. I'm Bryan F. Irving. I'm from DH9 Radio and from Gethsemane Games as well. The game system we'll be using, as I mentioned, is Modern Age with the Cyberpunk Slice, both created by our friends over at Green Ronin Games. The music you'll be hearing is by Tabletop Audio. The maps are by Gethsemane Games and are available on my Patreon. That's Bryan F. Irving on Patreon. They will also be available shortly on our Drive-Thru RPG as well. And now I'm going to turn the players' mics live. There we go. And I'm going to introduce the players, or rather, they're going to introduce themselves. And we have a slightly small. Hello, I see. Let's just reset itself to 4 minutes again. I'll just delete that. The clock's fairly random. No kidding. So I will have the players introduce themselves, and then I'll introduce the adventure. So we're going to begin with Patrick.
Hello, I'm Patrick, and I'll be playing Baa-Baa.
And next up we have Ben Watson.
I am Ben, and I'm going to be playing Sterling.
And then we have Jenni Saveall.
Hi, I'm Jenni. I'm going to be playing Wraith, who's a bit of a elite hacksaw, also known as a supposed hacking professional, sort of. So,
Allegedly.
I didn't know we were doing job descriptions. Baa-Baa hits things.
I drive.
Yeah, Baa-Baa hits things and Sterling drives. Okay, so
also hits things.
And also hits things.
While driving.
So the party are members of a cyberpunk street gang run by the mysterious Don. Nobody's quite sure whether he's affected that as a title or whether he's actually called Donald. Nobody's quite worked that out. Nobody's thought to ask. Well, people might have thought to ask him, but then they thought better of it. Today
it could be both.
It could be both.
It could be Don.
It could. Yeah. Don. So, on today's session, for those of you who have seen our others, these are short form games, by which I mean it's a campaign in the sense that the same players are used in the same setting, the same characters are used in the same setting. We do have a slightly floating pool of players, and the individual adventures are episodic, so they don't necessarily flow one directly from the other, although there are certain threads which will develop as we go. This means we don't have to play the game every week. It frees us up to play as and when I have an idea and the players are available. Today's vague idea was selected by the party from two options I gave them, and I'm going to see if they regret that or not as the game goes on. So, as I mentioned earlier, I'm Bryan F. Irving. I'm with Gethsemane Games, who are responsible for the maps, and also with DH9 Radio. I usually at this point get to say who are responsible for some of the music, but actually we won't be using any of our music today. We'll be using music by Tabletop Audio. I think that's enough of a preamble. Shall we launch directly into the game?
yes.
Indeed.
Yes, please.
Excellent. Now, wouldn't you think, on that basis, I'd have had the appropriate handout handy. So
you can give us the clock back to play with if you like. You're just while you're getting sorted.
No, you're right. I just need to click on this. Okay, so we're going with the in media res start this time rather than an in Don's office start. So
I have a question.
Oh God, go on then.
Is this going to be? Does my character think this is going to be quite dangerous? What am I going to do?
You might do. Why are you asking?
Because if it's going to be quite dangerous, I want to upgrade my package. You know, the health package.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll do the in media res intro, and then you can always flash back to upgrading your package.
Mm-hmm.
if you feel
in
necessary.
the Cyberpunk universe, we can choose what package we want.
Yeah. Yeah.
I slung 3,000.
I suppose you probably could. So I'm going to take you straight over to the Crystal Club. Bosh. Right.
I have vision.
Excellent. Excellent. So, can you all hear the music in the background as well?
Let me turn it off.
I think I might have that.
Oh.
No,
I just
hear,
turned down.
I just hear my computer fans.
Because it will add to the ambience. So,
I've got Master Music level maxed out on Roll20, but I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
It is there. It is there. It's
hang
just
on
quiet.
a second. Hang on.
do you want me to turn it up a bit?
Now I've got it.
How's that?
I had the website muted in my browser.
Well, that would do
do
it.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
It would.
Okay, so pounding dance music and multicolored lights, shouted conversations almost drowned out by the music, the smell of perfume, aftershave and sweat. The club is hot, sweaty, loud and bouncing tonight. But you aren't here to enjoy yourselves, you're here to do a job. And one you aren't certain that you want to do. But Don sent you, and when Don sends you to do a job, you would be wise to give it your best shot. I'm going to turn that music down a little bit, I'm distracting myself with it. This isn't one of Don's clubs, but he does have what might be described as a business interest here. But Don makes a regular payment to the bouncers to ensure that they look the other way while his dealers move product to the punters. Lately though, a new drug in the club scene has been seriously eating into Don's business, with his dealers moving 35% less product as clubgoers are increasingly choosing the new Blacklight. So far, Don has no idea where this drug comes from or who is behind it. And that's where you come in. Find the source and make sure it stops being a threat to Don's revenue one way or another. Either find a way to take it off the streets or find a way to make sure that Don gets a share of the profits which will balance the loss he's been making because of it. But do something and do it soon. Hence, you're here at the Crystal Club trying to find a lead.
Right. Out of character,
Yeah.
I will throw you both an idea. I love coming up with ideas, and unfortunately, I'm playing a character who is incapable of doing so.
You're only like slightly below average. You're not a vegetable.
That's no fun. Violent vegetable. That's what I want to play. So, but I also like coming up with ideas. Right.
He's idiot adjacent, let's put it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Idiot adjacent. That's amazing.
You talk that way about our Jason.
Go for it then.
Here's a thought. If we buy up a whole load of this Blacklight, yeah? Enough in the short term, we're putting money in the hands of the opposition, but we get hold of this stuff, put something unpleasant in it, and then give it to the dealers to deal out, as though it's the usual stuff. Then it gets a really bad reputation.
Yeah, that's cool.
Poison the well.
Yeah, but I love
On what
laxatives for this.
you mean by really bad stuff? Like, what are we talking about here? Something that would kill people who
Did I say
take
really
it?
bad stuff? I think I said something unpleasant.
Something
Yeah, just
unpleasant.
put laxatives in it, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
cut
that'd
it,
be funny.
Yeah.
Well, I think we would need to find where they're producing it in the first place. So I'm not sure.
Or can
but
we
I
break
mean,
and bad this? Can we undercut the market with a higher purity substance? I'll be Heisenberg.
Oh God. I mean, can any of us make drugs?
I can try. I'll just
I
Google
mean-
it. There'll be a
I'll just
Wikipedia
Google
article.
Baa-Baa, such
Wow.
a packet of mints into powder.
Right, I'm just looking at what might help me with this. So we're at this club because I'm guessing a lot of this drug is being distributed here?
This is one of the clubs where Don's sales have dropped by 35%, and he's pretty sure that the reason for that is somebody here is dealing Blacklight out of here. Now, he already has an arrangement with the bouncers that he pays the bouncers here to make sure that any of his dealers get in and can deal their stuff while the bouncers look the other way.
So are the bouncers also taking money from someone else to do the same thing?
Probably,
He doesn't know yet. But you're coming down the steps and one of the bouncers is standing at the bottom of them, so...
Do we know the effects of this drug?
It's a euphoric.
Right. And what does Don usually push through here?
Also euphorics.
Right, so we're not going to know somebody by their behaviour as to what they're on?
Not really, no.
Okay.
But apparently Blacklight does seem to have a stronger and longer effect than the...
Why do they call
Right.
it Blacklight?
just a name. As far as you know.
Maybe because they take it when they're at the club and there's lots of black lights at the club.
Exactly.
Oh, you don't want none of those black lights at the club, but stains.
Right, well,
clubs tend to have black lights naturally, normally anyway. It's UV cannons and stuff are quite a common part of a club's light setup.
yeah. Just imagine people who take it literally like glow in the black light. Right, well, I think we need to start asking, like, are we known as being, as like working for Don?
Do you have any
like,
reputation listed as working for Don yet? Or are you his hidden?
Let's see.
I don't have him as a relationship. So I guess
I've got a reputation 1
Okay.
of elite hacksaw.
Right. So you're more known for being a hacker than you are for working for Don then. However,
Yeah.
I'll give it a chance. We'll see. Let's see. If you roll higher than the bouncer's intelligence, he will know that you work for Don. You get to add your... I'm going to allow you to add your reputation for this. So 3d6 you're going to need to roll. The target number is equal to the bouncer's intelligence, which is... Let me see now. Popping up very,
3d6.
very slowly. Yeah, just as a standard sort of test. You
Plus 1.
as a communication test. It'll be a communication persuasion test.
All right, sure, okay.
Maybe he's heard of me as a race car driver.
He might have done actually, but that might not help you. You can try a roll for it anyway if you would like. Okay, so your target number is...
Fuck.
Okay, that's not going to work, is it? Because I've just realised that's insane. Because the target numbers are going to be at -4 to 4. So I'll give him an intelligence test, which would be more sensible. Sorry, I had a bit of a Baa-Baa moment.
Why has he got fear?
Why has he got what?
He's got fear.
Oh, he's got fear 1. Yeah.
Yes, and you have no idea why.
Oh.
Come to think of it, I
Okay.
have no idea why.
Do we just look super tough and he's already afraid
Or
of us? Is that
Baa-Baa
what it
looks
is?
super tough. Assume it's that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so you rolled 8. You get +1 for your thing. That's 9. He's got 10, so no, he's not aware that you work for Don.
I'm gonna try and flaunt my minor celebrity status as a race car driver.
Okay, give me a
All set.
communication performance, and you can add your reputation as a race car driver to that.
I don't have a reputation as a race car driver.
Okay,
It's
you can
just
see
I'm
why...
trying to build one.
Right. You can see why this might not work quite so well as you'd hoped.
I'll start talking about like races and stuff and go, oh, I was that driver. I won that race. You might have known.
Okay.
Might have heard of me.
Okay, so I'm going to base your target number on his interest in what you are saying. So this is a formidably difficult test. Give me communications
I rolled a
performance
16.
roll. You rolled a 16.
With 4 stunts.
Right, he looks at you through his mirrored shades and says, "In or out, Jumbo? That's all I'm interested in."
Oh. Yeah.
Let's just head on into the club.
Okay.
Some of you might recognise the layout of this club in a moment. So if you'd just like to head down the stairs.
I was initially going to say when you were giving us the introduction description, is like, isn't this a bit of a busman's holiday for you?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
I have actually literally DJ'd the club I've based this map on as well, if I'm strictly honest. So you get to the bottom of the stairs. At the bottom, you see 2 consoles at the far end. One is a standard internet console, like a public internet console, which allows you to withdraw money as well as log online and whatnot. The other one is actually a one-armed bandit style gaming machine. There are 2 doors to the left and to the right, and both of them have pounding techno dance music coming through them. And I'm just going to drop you back onto that to start that track up again, because it doesn't seem to have been looped.
Have any of us been here?
The chances are you might have been. If you do a lot of clubbing, you will have been. So
why are there 2 Baa-Baas?
That's a bloody good question. Let me just delete one of them. I suspect because I was using one to test the dynamic light.
I can control both as well. No, that one had my stats on it.
Oh no!
Oh, they should both have.
The other one doesn't.
You deleted that. You shot the wrong clone.
Oh no!
There you
2
go.
Baa-Baas.
Better.
So Baa-Baa was very confused by a mirror for a moment.
He's like, "Come on, Baa-Baa, let's go to the club. That's just a mirror."
In there, in that club.
Yeah.
Just like through these doors.
Pointing at the mirror.
Yeah. Well, the mirror's on the back of the doors, but there's 2 sets of doors left and right. The party appears to have gone right, so you find yourself in the smaller part of the club. You notice the carpet is worryingly sticky.
Yeah, of course.
And if that's not a massive clue to which club I based this on, I don't know what is.
For every step that we take, every square we move, do we have to make a roll to see if our shoes survive?
It's not quite as bad as that.
Does this count as difficult terrain?
Reduce your speed by 2.
It does actually reduce your speed by 1, yes,
Oh my
in
God.
the event that'll come up. That won't happen while you're on the dance floor, obviously. So you've entered.
We also less likely to be knocked over because we're stuck to the floor.
Yes, I suppose.
That is true.
So you've entered this part. You can see a bunch of people sat at the tables here on a slightly raised dais, I suppose you would call it. There's like 1 step down onto the dance floor where you can see a bunch of other people. You can hear the music is much louder than we've got it set. Obviously, because I was distracting myself, because you are in a club, and there's a woman with glasses at the bar. This has to be an affectation because nobody wears glasses in anger anymore. So obviously everybody's already had cybernetic corrective, or indeed biological interactions to fix any eye problems. But you do still get people that wear glasses as an affectation, or sometimes they wear them because it's cheaper to have certain electronic gadgets fitted to your glasses than to have them cybernetically implanted to your eyes.
Yeah. Well, Wraith's going to suggest, I'll say, look, I think maybe we should get some drinks, make sure we don't look too suspiciously weird. Although I don't know. And I am planning on maybe sitting at one of these tables and trying to see if I can overhear anything of interest, like people might be talking about, or if I can pick up on anybody who's, maybe under the influence of certain substances. I do have the ability to add, what's it called? I've got that thing, where I can add focuses. and have like 5 different focuses. So
yeah, I know the
I'll
one you
probably
mean,
I'll probably have something maybe related to, let's see, do I have like hearing or something like that? Something that might help me in that regard. Maybe we can some of us could start asking around to see if, people might know where to get Blacklight. Anybody
Baa-Baa
can
is
point
going
us
to go
towards.
and sit down by himself at this table and look sad.
Right, well, Wraith's gonna go over to the bar and he's gonna order some drinks.
I'm gonna go talk to this lady because she looks like Rihanna.
Okay. I'm having a little bit trouble getting the one of the APIs to activate. There we go, it just has. So I shall deal with that in a moment, but I'm going to answer all the things you're doing first. So you head over towards the bar. You see the barmaid's kind of not terribly busy at the moment, just kind of standing with arms folded. Just kind of perks up a bit when you come and join her. You're also keeping an eye on the surroundings. Could you give me a perception empathy test, please? And Baa-Baa,
Yes.
could you give me one as well, please?
Okay.
I will say, for some reason, I try and move my token,
Uh-huh.
and it just moves back to where I was.
It's a sticky floor.
It's really
It's the
annoying.
sticky floor, yeah.
Yeah, it is. What was it? Perception?
There you go, I've managed to... The hell?
Perception empathy it was.
Yeah, exactly.
It did just move back. Let me just try and move it in a different direction, see what happens. It just moves back.
Yeah.
That's really weird. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut your token out, and I'm going to place another one, see what happens as a consequence, because that should hopefully fix it. So let me see.
Never encountered that before.
No, I've never encountered that. That's a new one. Fixed.
Seems to be staying.
Okay, so I suspect that had something to do with the API I was struggling to activate. I think I must have done something.
Right.
done something
Okay,
a
I need
little
to do
bit
me
odd.
roll.
Yeah, so what did Baa-Baa get for his... he got 12. Okay, so Baa-Baa is
Oops.
aware of the fact that a lot of the people at these tables are kind of glaring at the party as you come in.
Okay.
But you're
I
not...
accidentally rolled twice, by the way.
Okay, just tell me what the first one was.
Can I say that I've probably got a perception focus loaded because
Yeah, you will have done
know.
because you're here looking for clues of...
yeah. So that would add 2, so 13.
13? Okay, I notice you have stun points as well, so...
We both do.
You both do, right? You can both...
All right.
You both decide what you're going to do with your stunt points. Both of you have noticed that the people at these tables seem to be taking quite an interest in the party as they arrive. And it doesn't look like a friendly interest.
I would like to see if I can perceive what they're talking about, why they're pissed off.
Okay, do you want to use your
Yes.
stunt
Stunt
points
points.
to help you with that? And then you
What stunts would this come under? Social investigation?
Investigation.
Exploration? Investigation. Have a look. Where did I get?
And Baa-Baa, if you
Oh.
want to take an attempt to figure out why they're looking at you, that would be
Yeah.
a communication empathy test.
Well, can I use the stunt points for it?
You can use the stun points
Yeah.
for one
So,
of the appropriate stunts that might assist in
well,
this, yes?
1 to 3, core. Aha! GM reveals an additional fact about the object of your test per stunt point spent.
Right, okay.
That's
So,
the simple version. Gain +1 per stunt point spent to your next test. Following up your lead,
Well-
you just unlocked.
if you use one stunt point, I will tell you why they're looking at you.
Okay, I will use 3.
Right, I don't have another 2 things to tell you
Oh,
about them. That's why I'm saying if you use
I
one
thought
stunt
there
point.
might be like more to more to uncover. I thought it was like a sliding scale.
No.
Okay, so I'll use one for that then.
Right, you recognise the gang colours they're wearing. They belong to the same poser gang that were giving Don's residents some grief a few weeks back that you sorted out.
Oh,
Now,
God,
these
yes.
are not the individuals you fought, but from the way they're glaring at you, you're pretty confident that the ones you did fight have told the rest of the gang and given a good enough description that these guys are suspicious that this is you.
Just immediately recognise as soon as we come in.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, we're pretty distinctive. You
I
know.
suppose, yeah, there is like, we have got like a 6'8" behemoth with us, so yeah.
Exactly.
Pretty distinctive.
Once seen, never forgotten.
Okay, oddly enough, this thing I've set up is not working as expected. But I think
When does it ever?
Ah, right, wait a minute. It would help if I read the entire fucking table.
Can I use the other two for intuition?
Yes, would you like to describe to me? Wraith, did you move deliberately or have you just been moved?
I have not moved.
Okay,
I am
so
not moving.
for some reason, this token thing has picked you up as the target, and it shouldn't have done. So I need to stop it.
I think he's talking to
Where am I now?
You're in the wall, and you're still moving. So I haven't stopped the right one.
I'm
Let
gonna
me know
go
if you
past
find
the
Sister
wall
Aaron.
and gonna go past the wall and you'll be like Han Solo. Just frozen.
Right, so I have no idea why. No, I'm just gonna have to stop all of these.
Oh no.
I have no idea why that moved you. Essentially, however, we're not going to worry too much about the fact I have to. Why the fuck is it still moving? I have stopped everything.
I just moved
Hang
myself
on,
back
Oh,
where
right,
I
sorry.
was.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
okay then. That's okay. We're not gonna worry too much. I will just manually move some people. I'd set a bunch of automatic moves around so the club would feel more real.
That's cool.
Like the dancers would dance and stuff like that. But for some reason,
Aww.
it's picked Wraith up as one of the target characters, and I've got no idea why
Well,
it's done.
have you reused
I've
the
been
same token
hacked.
anywhere?
No, not for that
Oh,
one.
Bryan.
Yeah.
Probably something I should whisper to you. Hang on.
Okay. Okay, so Ben, your character, what's Sterling doing?
I'm talking to the lady to my northwest because she looks like Rihanna, and also, I'll try and find out about any kind of dealers.
Okay, so as you're talking to that character, this guy sort of wanders away from you, looking over his shoulder, like suspiciously at you, as if like, I don't like the look of him. If you would like to talk to any of the punters, well, I have got the talk macro set up. It might even work, unlike the token move one, whom knows. I suspect that ping I've just heard on my phone is Patrick telling me whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just have a
I say to her, "Do you come here a lot?" He doesn't say anything. I say, "Can I buy you a drink?" He doesn't say anything. Great light, isn't it? I'm just talking to this lady and she's just like pieing me.
Are you really trying to pick up someone?
I've literally said, "Do you come here a lot?" and she ignored me. Then I went, "Can I buy you a drink?" She ignored me. Great night, isn't it? And then ignored me. Good night. And then you ignored me again.
No, that's
Yeah,
what
she's
she's
interesting.
saying to you.
It says,
Oh, she's talking to you.
Yeah.
it says Weatherford
Oh,
Sterling Punter says.
Yeah.
And now
So
it
it's
just
like they're
says,
saying,
can you guys see that in the chat? Because I just saw what Bryan wrote.
no.
Just says hi there.
No,
I don't
can't see that in the chat.
anything.
You know what, Rihanna, you can buy me a drink.
Right. Thanks for
What you're looking at.
Thanks for letting me know that. Patrick, can you check and see if it's still visible now?
No longer, no.
Excellent. Good. Yeah, so the things you've just read out to me are actually what they're saying to you, not the other way around. So, okay,
I see.
where are we? What's everybody doing? Sorry about that. The API's rebelled.
Well, I still had my stunt points, but I'm not sure if.
Okay, what would you like to use them for?
I was going to
Because
spend
that
my
was
other
for-
two.
Yeah.
Sorry, on
Alright,
intuition
sorry.
to see if I could see a ringleader.
Okay. Give me a. I'm going to call that a search because you're kind of looking round them to see if anybody looks more kind of boss-like than the others. If there's any that they seem to be looking towards for some.
This is using stunt points.
Yes, this would take.
Is that right?
Yes. This
All
it
right,
would
okay.
take you. It would. Your stunt points would be used on something like that. Makes me think, or one of the other ones that gives you a secondary check.
It's called intuition.
Intuition, right? Go ahead. Do you want to read
Yeah.
that out?
Yeah, sure. The GM reveals a fact about the object of your test you could not have noticed or deduced simply by interacting with it.
Right.
When
So
you
you're
were-
going to use. So you've used one and found out that this is the Poser gang. You're asking
Yes.
if you can use another point of intuition to spot if one of them's a leader. I'm going to say
are you-
yes. So you've used a second intuition, a stunt
No,
point for intuition.
sorry, Brian. The first one that I used was aha, for what between 1 and 3. The next 2 points, yeah, so it isn't just a 1 point thing;
Right,
it's a 2
yeah.
point thing. It's for intuition, so two separate stunts. I'm buying here.
Right, you are.
Yeah.
So using intuition to see if you can spot somebody you think of as a leader.
That's right.
This guy up here. You're pretty sure.
Okay.
He's just got more of a sense of sort of casual relaxedness about him. Occasionally the others are glancing at him almost as if they're waiting to see, what he wants them to do. He's not really paying attention to most of the rest of his gang. He's much more interested in this woman he's sat with.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to start reactivating these moving things one at a time. Jenny, tell us if your character starts moving unexpectedly.
Okay.
You didn't move when that one did, so that's a good sign. Okay. So that means it was either the suspicious guy or one of the groups of dancers that you seemed to be
Suspicious guy.
set. Yeah. So Ben, what is Alexander doing at the moment? Wraith, you're currently buying drinks from the bar. I don't know whether you're buying for yourself or everybody. Baa-Baa's currently sitting on the table, surrounded by these hostiles.
I did have stunts as well,
Yeah.
so I don't know if there's anything different I can pick up.
Yeah, you can take a look if there's anything you would like to.
Shall I say that I use a couple the same as what Baa-Baa did to figure out, notice that these guys are the people that,
Yeah, you can do.
you know.
Yeah.
And then could I use another two to maybe... Well, actually, I mean, would I even need to use stunts for this? Because I've got my cybernetic eye, and it can actually pick up things like active comm links and things of that nature.
Right.
Would I be able to see if they are like communicating with anyone at the minute
Yeah. So
secretly, or
you can do. So you set off your cybernetic eye in an attempt to track any comm links or other types of communication from these people. You don't pick any up, but you pick one up briefly to the north of you, and then it just goes out of range.
Okay. Right.
fact
Well, I'm going.
Actually, it probably
Sorry.
hasn't gone out of range. You're getting some interference from it, would be a more accurate statement.
Is it? Could I use my other two stunts to
Yes, you
get
can.
rid of the
Yeah.
interference? Look on it a bit more clearly.
You think you're getting interference because it's a lot of the walls in here are designed to interrupt signals. And you
Right.
think he has, hello, how the fuck did he walk through a wall?
He's a ghost. Haunted.
I think because when we had to panic stop all the things earlier, he stopped in the position he was in. And when I restarted the movement, it did because it's based on like 3 to the left, 1 to the south, 1 to the...
Yeah.
And I think it started with the same pattern, but no longer in the correct starting position.
The fact that he also popped up in the middle of a circular table just made me think of that scene from The Simpsons where Homer like just cuts a hole through the floor, sticks his head up through it, sees Marge, he's like, and then back down again.
So yeah, I think we're going to have to just stop using this particular version of the moving tokens. There are other APIs that will do it, but unfortunately this one is playing funny buggers with us at the moment. So I'm just going to go ahead and manually move a few people occasionally, just to give you the sense that this is a working thing. So was there anything else anybody was? Is there anything I haven't finished answering?
What I was saying.
Yeah, Jenny, go
Sorry,
ahead.
Ben.
No, Jenny, go ahead. You've been trying to tell me this for ages. So let's do you first.
Well, it was just you said that I would be able to clear up this signal, maybe to see if I can figure out more precisely where it's coming from or who it is that it's coming from.
Yes, give me a... let me think now. It will be an intelligence, either cryptography or computers.
Okay, I've got computers. Fuck's sake. That Windows bloody thing that doesn't go away when you...
Oh, the news articles, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's so annoying.
Oh, it bloody is.
Right.
Yeah.
Computers.
If you want to get rid of that, it's called widgets. I ended up having to get rid of it
and
I just forget about it until it pops up and annoys me.
Okay, so what you were getting was a brief comm signal. It started to break up, you think, when somebody went into the next room. That broke it up because the walls are insulated. The signal was still there for a while. It was just weaker and harder to track. But as you're trying to enhance it, the signal cuts off as if whoever was communicating with somebody's just ended the call.
Right, well, whilst I'm doing that, I'm gonna try not looking at this group at the table here for too long, but I'll order a drink for me and Baa-Baa because he's gone and sat down at a table. And I want to ask the person behind the bar if anything interesting happening. Do you see any?
Nothing interesting's happened in this club for years.
All right.
Has anybody approached Baa-Baa to try and sell him euphoric drugs because he looks sad?
Not yet. Not yet, but I wouldn't rule it out.
Okay.
Bryan.
Yes, Ben.
So the guy who walked away.
Yes, the suspicious looking guy.
For me.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm wanting to strike up a conversation with them, and then during the conversation, I want to subtly hint that I'm in the market for something.
Okay, yeah. So you strike up a conversation with the suspicious looking guy who starts looking for an exit. You think initially his eyes are darting backwards and forwards. He seems a little bit uncomfortable. Let me just see if I've got any information that he can give you. So, suspicious looking guy.
Stay back.
So, as you're trying to have a conversation with him, he says, "Stay back."
So,
and then
because I come from
because
I come from a corporate background, maybe I'll have experience with disarming people, and making them feel a bit
more at ease, more comfortable.
Yeah.
Not ripping their arms out of the sockets.
So give me a communication empathy saving throw. The guy's a little bit jittery, so I'm going to say it's a challenge. So it's 13 or better you're going to need.
Just give you a communication. 17.
17, 5 stun points. Yeah, okay, you're calming him down a little bit.
Okay. Those stunts. Could I use those stunts to try and get some of the information that I was wanting out of them?
Yes, you can. Pick a stunt and read it out.
Oh God. Would these be social? I'm guessing.
Yes, social stunts.
This is 7-point stunt. How are you gonna get that?
There are ways.
Jesus Christ.
7 points.
Yeah, if you've got a bonus to your stunt points, then roll a 6.
Yeah.
Enrage. I'm gonna enrage him.
You're going to win rage.
No.
No. She's one with 5 points. You don't already game for a counter. Flirt? I don't have seduction though.
So,
So I think platter. I think platter would be good. You rapid fire words confuse your target, who must succeed in perception empathy versus my deception, or automatically fail their non-attack test against me. I could potentially use that to get information, maybe.
you could, yes. So let me just do a. What was it he had to roll? Sorry.
Empathy.
Empathy.
Perception empathy.
Perception empathy. It doesn't have any empathy.
I'll double check again. For sure. Right down. But
So
perception empathy.
He
Yeah.
scored 11, so you go ahead and make the roll you need to roll, and let's see how this goes.
I won.
14, and with a stun point. So, you've beaten him, so you're rapid firing words at him. It's starting to confuse him. He's like, shh, they'll hear us, shh. But you just keep hammering words at him. What is it you're trying to find out? Because you're automatically going to succeed.
Okay. I want to know. Oh God, it depends how much he knows. If I just ask you a question, are you gonna? I mean, how far could I go up with this? Because I could just go like, who's the supplier? But I don't know if he would know about that.
Well, if he doesn't know, he won't answer, or he'll give you. He'll tell you that he doesn't know. But...
Okay, I'll ask about who deals with all of like the getting the drugs in this place, the Blacklight.
Okay, so he leans in a bit and he says, "So you know about them too?
Yeah, of course.
God.
They're everywhere."
Yeah, it's becoming a bit of a problem, isn't it?
It is. They come here from their strange alien world, and they start hooking us on drugs. He's like wagging a finger as he's pointing at his head. It's to mess us up, man. It's to mess us up so they can invade, so they can take over the world.
Okay. Who do you think is doing this to us?
Isn't it obvious? This is lizard people.
The lizard. I was thinking the exact same thing. You know, I wanted to hear it from you first because I didn't want you to think I'm crazy.
No, man, you're not crazy. This is why they get everybody to have these newfangled cybernetic implants and gene therapy and shit. It's all a ploy, man, so they can control your mind more easily. And he's like,
so are you like all natural, no implants?
Oh man, they made me take some implants in the military, but mine failed. Mine failed because I understand. I can see what they're doing, and they can't control my mind, man, because something must have gone wrong with the implants, and it's not controlling my mind. But I make them think it is. I think
you're too strong mentally.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. I'm too strong mentally. Yeah, that's it.
You know, I think. Okay, so now that we're both on the same page and we know that the lizard people are trying to control us, I think we need to stop whoever is putting all this blacklight and controlling us. I think we need to put a stop to it.
You think
just
the
get them off
Blacklights?
the streets?
You think the Blacklight's related to the cybernetic implants?
100%.
Right. Yes, man. You've got to be right. See, I knew I could trust you. He starts hugging you, which is when you suddenly realise that, like, there's been a few days since he last had a shower. Let's put it that way.
Oh. Alright. We can't be causing any suspicion. I'm here with a couple friends. Why don't you come over to our table and we can discuss a battle plan?
These friends, can you trust these friends? What, have they got implants? Have they got? Maybe they're controlled. What happens if they're controlled?
No. They are 100% trustworthy. They're just like you and me. The lizard people tried to control them, but we broke through it. We beat them.
Okay, well I think we're into a separate test now, so I think your automatic pass has got you this far, but Now you're going to have to convince them to trust some other people. I think we're going to need a
Persuasion.
yes, communications persuasion test, please. This is going to be really hard because he's terrified of strangers. So I'm
Oh,
going
well,
to
I
set
got a
this.
15.
I was going to say I'm going to set this as hard. Hard is 15.
Oh, sick.
So he's dubious about it, but you do eventually manage to convince him.
Got his friend, guys.
Oh dear,
Good God.
my roll 20 is just frozen. Aha, so it's stopped freezing. Right, okay, so he'll just follow you.
I'm just going to take him to our table over here.
Right, you are. So he comes
He'll
over.
get
to
you a drink.
He comes over to those countries. Oh, no, it's all right, man. I don't drink because you never know what people might put in your drink.
I'll look.
I don't know this guy's name yet, so I can't introduce
I'll
him.
look at Sterling and I'll say, who's this then?
He's on our side fighting the lizard people.
One of the poser gangers behind you goes, "That's his new boyfriend."
He might be.
Isn't
He'd be
that right,
lucky.
Chummer? It's about as good as you can do. Some crazy
I
whacked
could
out
do
guy
way
with-
better. I could do way better. Ask your dad.
Fantastic. Give me a communication. I'm gonna say. Make it persuasion or performance. Performance would be better.
I don't have performance. I have persuasion. God damn it. I got a 17 with 6 stunts.
Holy
17 with
shit.
6 stunts. Right, all the other poser gangers start laughing at their friend's expense. The one with the red face paint closest to you, like, claps you on the back. He goes, "Yeah, he is a bit of a fucking dick, isn't he?" Right, he sits in fumes for a while. So make a note that you've made one enemy among with a specific
Fantastic.
poser gang member, but you remember you'd made enemies of the rest of the gang.
Enemy, what should I note down? Just specific poser member.
Yes. All right. You can come up with a name for him as well if you want. So the rest of the gang are no longer quite as badly. Don't view you quite as badly because they thought that was quite funny. And this is set in London, so as far as they're concerned, that's just bants.
His name's
Don't
Dean.
forget the stunts as well.
You what? Sorry.
So don't forget the stunts as well.
Yes, you've got stunts as well if you'd like to use them.
Okay, so guys, do you think I could use these stunts to worm my way into maybe trying to find out where they're getting all these drugs from? Or do you think I should use it for something else?
You can try. You'd be using it on the poser gangers who were a bit hostile to you, except for this.
Yeah, I know.
The ones at this table are a bit less hostile to you, so they've gone from hostile to neutral.
With what you've just said, you could frame it as a flirt.
Yeah.
I don't have seduction though.
No. This is a stunt from social stunts.
Social
4
stunt
points
flirt. Yeah.
to flirt.
Yeah, but it says role communication seduction. I don't.
Oh God, right, okay.
And it also says whose attitude towards you is open or better with a positive bent. If you win, they become.
Yeah, they're currently neutral towards you, except for that one who was hostile and is now extremely aggressive towards you. He's going to take any opportunity he can to give you grief, but he doesn't feel he can at the moment with all his friends laughing at him rather than with him. In fact,
Okay, so I'm going to use. I think I'll use Class Clown, which is your words lighten the mood, imposing a -2 penalties to all enemies' initiative rolls if a fight breaks out during this encounter.
cool. Right, so if you wind up fighting a poser gang, they'll get a -2 initiative because they've taken a bit of a liking to you. Except for that one
Can
guy.
I just quickly? Sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I was just saying because I noticed that blue-haired person moved from the table and went over there. When I noticed that, can I start trying to listen in to see if I can hear anything and keep my cybernetic eye going, searching for
Yeah, you
comms
can do.
and stuff like that.
It's not too easy to hear because obviously there's pounding music in a club. and he's a good couple of meters away, but it's possible. So give me a formidable perception hearing test, please.
Perception hearing. Right. Well, I'll add. I'll have probably have chosen hearing because I knew I'd be going into a loud club
Yes.
as a focus. So,
Yeah.
so I've got perception.
So you've got a perception hearing chip loaded in your chip
Yeah.
socket.
Okay, so let's have a look. So we add +2 to this. 19.
19. So yes, even with the pounding music, your perception hearing chip manages to filter out the music so you can concentrate on what they're saying. Your hearing is slightly distorted, so there's a lot of top and some of the bass is missing. Because it's trying to tune the bass out because there's so much of it in the music. So it sounds like you're hearing like the chipmunks talking, but you can't make out what he's saying. And he's saying, "We're not going to let them get away with that, either. Did you hear what he said to me?" And the big,
The goblins.
like the boss guy is like, "Yeah, man, well, yeah, you started it. And to be honest, like, I do see your point, but you know." And he looks at the woman he's with. He's like, I really don't want to be interrupted just now because I think I'm doing quite well here. Like the woman that sat with him goes, "Oh, you think that,
Right.
do you?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure." And the guy, the first guy, the blue-haired guy goes, "But we can't have just let them get away with talking to us like that." And then the boss is like, "Well, nobody would agree, but to be honest, the rest of the group seems not to mind too much. I don't think that was as much disrespecting us as it was just kind of banter." And the blue-haired guy's like, "Banter? You think that was banter? So you're just going to let these people just humiliate members of the gang? This is not fucking right, man. This is not fucking right." The boss is like, "I'll decide what's fucking right," and that's about as much as you can take of the chipmunky.
You both just see Wraith like trying not to like crack up laughing, but you don't know why.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
was going to lean in to the new guy who sat down because this is what he's been waiting for.
right. Go first.
I am sad.
The new guy kind of looks at you and goes, "Uh-huh."
And he's going to hold his hand out towards him.
Oh wow.
So he high five, well, not high five, he low fives you. You hold your hand out, he just slaps your hand, and he goes, "I know what you mean, man. I'm sad as well. It's sad to know that the sheeple are just walking into this alien invasion without opening their eyes, man. Without opening their eyes,
empty hand.
they're just not awake to what's going on. They're just too woke to be awake. Do you know what I mean?"
No.
Yeah. Wraith's gonna like side eye Sterling. He'd be like, so what's this about lizard people?
They're taking over the world and they're controlling our brain through cybernetic implants and alcohol.
And how is this helping us with, you know, what we're here for?
Well, you know, if we get into a fight, we've got a friend.
I'm now Baa-Baa is now sitting looking sad over here.
he's just like
He's going from table to
slunk off.
table looking sad.
Okay, give me a performance test. Communications performance. I want to say this is quite hard because you're asking like drugged up types to notice, but so yeah, I'm going to give it target number 15.
Communication, did you say?
Communication performance.
Yep.
Right,
He
so
just does an over dramatic sigh.
yeah, he's just doing his over. Yeah.
With his mouth turned down, and he's like got his finger running down his face to mine tears.
Okay,
Dear
what you see is
God.
the people closest to this table all move away.
I've won.
Oh.
Can I
Baa-Baa.
talk to the poser guy?
Yeah,
Hello.
the ones that you've currently got
A neutral stance
yeah,
towards.
yeah, you can.
So the guy who patted me on my back,
Yeah.
I'm wanting to do the exact same thing. I'm just wanting to talk and try and find out how to get drugs. But obviously worm it in a way where I'm not just going, hi, I want drugs.
Right. Okay, so you kind of work the conversation around to that. You seem to be getting on quite well. His hand's on your knee, it's sliding up your thigh a little bit. He's getting a touch over friendly.
I want euphoria, not that kind of euphoria.
I can show you euphoria, man.
Oh God.
I've already told you, I'm
Wraith's
only
just like-
into your friend's dad, not you. Sorry.
Give me a communication persuasion check, please.
15.
15, right? Okay. You want euphoria? You want some blacklight? That's
I
the
want
best
some
stuff.
blacklight.
That shit they've been peddling around here for years is nothing compared to the blacklight. That's what you want.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
It's just better. It lasts longer. You can see his eyes are not entirely focused, and you've got a feeling he's actually taken some, which is why they weren't just like immediately violent towards you when you got in.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I've been on that old stuff, and you know it gets a bit boring after a while. So I'd like to try this new stuff here, the Blacklight.
Yeah. Well, you want to find Baka's Kimu. He's got a lot of the shit with him to do.
Okay, is he one of the regular peddlers?
He's been regular lately. Yeah, sure, but I mean, he's relatively new. He's relatively new to it.
Oh. Be right back. I'm getting a call.
Right, you are.
Okay.
So yeah, he's relatively new to the club, but he's been a regular ever since he found the place. He's a big, I don't know, he's from like Japan or Korea or one of those sort of places out in Oceania sort of way, or Southeast Asia. I don't know, I'm not good at geography. Who the fuck cares about geography anyway these days?
Okay, thank you. And then I'll turn back to the table and I'm going to tell them what I found out.
Right, you are?
I say to this guy,
Mhm.
I am sad. Can you make me happy?
Yeah, different kind of service here.
Okay, give me a communication persuasion test.
I mean, for 50 quid, I might be able to.
So what did you get? 11.
11.
He kind of looks at you. He looks you up and down. He goes, "No, man, I'm not into dudes. You want to try?" And he has a look round. If you're into dudes, you want to try that guy at the table over there in all the red face. He might, you might be more his sort of type.
I am into being happy.
Yeah, man. I'm not really the sort of guy that's gonna make you happy. I'm into girls, but like you do you. That's fine. Or do him even better. I mean that's fine. It's just like I'm not your man for this.
I need 4 of you.
Whoa! You need what?
4 of you.
You need 4 of us.
No, not 4 of us. 4 of you.
Right, give me a performance test. See if he understands that you're trying to say euphoria.
I'm glad you understand.
I understood it. It took me a moment, but I got there.
No, it doesn't occur.
He's like, "No, man, I'm not into the group thing either." But like, they go and I tell you, I've just got to go see me from. Hi there, not seen you in ages, and then he scurries off over here.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm sad. Can you make me happy? I need 4 of you.
Right, she just slaps you across the face and wanders off.
Going well. Can I try and call Baa-Baa over before he gets assaulted more?
You can
He's
try.
gonna get pepper sprayed next.
You'll all have your communicators on, so you can, because you couldn't yell over the music that far, but you can use the communicator. So yeah. So Baa-Baa, you'll get a communication from Sterling.
Okay.
So Ben was
I'm
still inside.
I'm just pretty much saying, like, come back to the table. I think I know who the healer is.
Okay.
Okay, so Baa-Baa comes back to the table.
Wrong table.
Oh,
The table where the group is.
oh.
So Baa-Baa goes back to the table he was sat at on his own,
No.
pulls a chair out, sits down, and you go like, wrong table,
The group is.
up one.
Close enough. Close enough.
So you kind of sit with the poser gang who just kind of glare at you. You can see like the guy with the blue hair says something to the boss, and suddenly the boss is starting to take things a little bit more seriously. So he's leaning forward a bit as if to keep an eye on things.
Excuse my friend. He gets confused sometimes. He's had a bit to drink. Baa-Baa, come sit in the empty seat with us.
Hello.
The suspicious looking guy looks at you and says, hello again. So what's everybody doing now? We seem to have come to a bit of a...
Waiting for Jen, honestly.
Well, I don't know how long she's going to be on the phone call she's had to take, so
That's true.
we'll just
Well,
press on.
I think we should find this Asian dude.
Okay.
He's Asian. Okay, so what do you think, Baa-Baa? Do you think we should just search the club for him, or wait for him to come to us, maybe?
Yes.
Well, if you're going to search the club for him, give me a not communications, a perception searching test, rather than me have you move around. I'll just assume you're circulating through the club. If you make a perception
Perception's not
searching
great.
test successfully, you'll spot the right guy. If you make it unsuccessfully, you'll approach either the wrong person or nobody at all.
14 for 6.
14. Okay, well, he's trying not to be too obvious, so that like authorities don't hone in on him. But at the same time, he needs to be just obvious enough that people looking to buy drugs can spot him. So I would say it's somewhere between average and challenging. With 14, you would have passed either way. So I'm going to move you over to the next room, the room he's in, and then I'm going to highlight who it is you've spotted that you think might be the dealer.
Are we using that system we used in the Expanse, the churn?
Yes.
Because twice now I've generated 6 stun points.
Twice now
At
you've
least.
generated 6 stunt points. You have indeed. Has anybody used any? Has anybody used more than 4 stunt points on the
I
same?
think I've used 4 on 1 stun point, but not more than 4.
Okay, so 4 or more on the same stunt generates a point of challenge. So, okay, so as you're circulating through the club, you become fairly certain that the guy I'm about to move is your dealer.
What the hell's up with that dude's eyes? I see him there, yeah.
So he's actually approaching you at the moment.
Okay, well, I will make some
Hello.
kind of...
Hello.
You make me happy.
Yeah, I think I can make you extremely happy. What sort of thing did you have in mind?
Need 4 of you.
Okay, he's going to need an intelligence test to see if he figures it out as quickly as I did. So let me just give this a check. Obviously, it can't be that difficult because I figured it out. Hello, Jenny. Welcome back. You'll notice you're in a different room now, and they think they've found. They think they've found the dealer. So let me just.
All right. Okay.
Let me just have a quick roll on his. Oops, Daisy. So I'm going to say I figured it out fairly quickly what you were talking about. So it can't be that hard. However, I have very different frame of reference to the character, so I'm going to step it
You
up.
have context, don't you?
I have context that he doesn't have, and to be honest, you know, can you make me happy? I need 4 of you. Could be. Just a second.
What?
You missed it before where he was going around the club. Just said, "Can you make me happy? I need 4 of you."
Yes.
He's getting slapped by
wow.
people.
So
No, I need 4 of you. I need 4 of you.
4 of
Very
you.
important.
So I'm going to say. Streetwise is going to be what he needs, and I'm going to call this a challenging task to figure out. Fuck, right, okay. So he looks at you askance for a moment. He says, I'm not really into... Wait a minute, you're trying to say you need euphoria?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well,
Yeah.
I am your man. I just happen to have exactly what you need. I can make sure that with just one small, inexpensive pill, you can have the best night you have ever had. You and your friends. You need a pill each, obviously. And
Nice.
once you
I'll
have
turn-
one,
I'll
you
turn
are
to Sterling.
definitely going to want some more. So I would say, why don't, between the three of you, why don't you take a whole bag? It'll keep you going for a week.
Oh, whole bag.
I turn to Sterling.
Mhm.
It's him.
10?
It's him.
It is him. Yes, he is the drug dealer.
Him.
Right, he's now
I'm going
starting to
to-
look a little bit nervous because there's something about the way you've just done that doesn't seem right to him. You were going to say something there, Ben?
I'm going to turn to the drug dealer. I'm going to say, okay, we're a bit short on cash, so let me just discuss this, because a big bag, that'll be a lot of money. And then I'm going to take them
I
two.
can do you a
and I'm
good
gonna-
deal for the first one, but when you want some more, just come back to me.
Okay.
He says that at exactly the time as the DJ announces, and now a real old one from the 20th century. This is this is New Model Army and Vengeance. Just as he goes, and when you want some more, come back to me. And that believe me, that joke is hilariously funny if you know your New Model Army.
I don't.
Is the resident DJ here called Poltergeist by any chance?
You hear quite a bit of a groan because this is like 100-year-old music now at this point. And oh god, he's off again. Oh, fucking sister.
It's like someone playing Beethoven in the club. Is that what it's like?
Not quite, but yeah, it would be
Well.
like
That's
Be
a
like
club I'd go to.
it'd be like somebody playing something from the 1920s.
Oh god. Yeah.
He
Right,
only
so I wanna-
plays it once, and then it's like back to the pounding techno. Although, to be honest, this group north of you goes fucking wild when they play New
into the
Model Army.
oldies.
They're like jumping up and down and wagging their arms in the air. One of them's like on the shoulders of another one doing aeroplanes. And when they get to the
It's
line,
Gavin
like,
Stick.
I believe in justice, I believe in vengeance, I believe in getting the bastards. They're just completely oblivious to the fact that they are the kind of bastards that they're talking about getting.
Has this guy been sick?
Has that guy been sick? No, that's one of the club lights.
Oh right.
Oh.
I thought it was poisonous gas.
No, there's a bunch of club lights scattered about that should be dancing around, but that might have been one of the things that was tricking the.
It just looks like a purple splat.
It does.
I thought he'd been into the fridge and there was no Sunny D left, so we had to have the purple stuff.
No, it's one of the club lights which I had on a moving pattern, but obviously when the pattern started to pick up Jenni's character, and I had to stop them.
Can I ask the pie something?
Yes.
So under the ruse of us being poor, I want to ask you guys. So obviously we need to take this further than this guy because he's just a pusher, right? So he's just like a mule.
Right,
So-
well, a Wraith's gonna say, well, we could follow him, can't we?
Or we could beat him up in the bathroom and torture him for information.
Really?
I'm going to see if he can hear this.
Right in front of him, are we?
Yeah, you're all standing right in front of him, talking about beating
I-
up in the
Bring
bathroom.
this guy up then.
I said I was going to take us away and then whisper it to them. Tell them
okay.
quietly. I'm obviously not just saying it in front of them.
Okay, so I'm going to say he would need a 21 to be able to hear you.
Can I do anything to create some kind of a... Like, because most people will probably have some kind of implants in, like, the head or the hearing or something like
Yeah,
that. Could
yeah,
I do
they
anything to make it harder for him to hear us? I don't know.
Not that I can think of off the top of me head, no.
'Cause I suppose I wouldn't know what to target if I don't know
doesn't
what his
even matter.
implants are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
okay, you've got
Alright, okay.
no idea what you're talking about, but I'm going to give him a streetwise roll to see if he can tell that something's not right. This is how he avoids being arrested and beaten up, so I would say
Yeah.
to him this is an average test. So he needs to beat 11 or better to know there's something not right. 13, he's
Bollocks.
off. He's realised that, like, right, these guys are fucking a danger. So he's like shoving
Well-
his way through the crowd, trying to get away from you.
I'll say, right, I'm gonna start going after him, and I'll say the others. Well, it looks like it's the beating up and torturing option then. So
6,
That-
7, 8,
that makes me
9, 10,
happy.
11, 12, 13.
No need for it.
Okay,
that-
so you can all take 1 round's worth of movement,
Can we
Right.
which is
just-
your
is-
walking would be your speed, running would be double your speed. Walking is a minor action, running is a major
be
action.
up to 24. Oh, well, actually, no, I can just walk to him, catch up to him. So, can I walk up to him and I grab him?
I don't know because he hasn't finished moving yet. He gets there and then he opens the door. That's going to be his minor action as well. So that's him done.
I can catch up
hang
to
on.
him.
Let's see. I can move.
Actually, really, we should do this as a chase, you know. So let's do this as a chase. He's going to need a run test, and you're all going to need a run test as well. This is not an ideal circumstance because there's people in the way. You're trying to push through crowds. So I'm going to say
I
the
wanna
target
do something
number
else.
for this is
I'm
target
not going
number
to be
for
chasing him.
this is 13. You what? Sorry.
I'm not going to chase him. I'm going to go to my car and get the car ready,
Right. Okay.
and then I will chase him with the car.
Oh,
But
shit.
I'm going to the car first.
So he's actually failed. So he's like trying to shove his way through people and whatnot. And he's keep getting knocked and banged and slowed down. He runs over to the fire escape and he's trying to like pull it open and he's panicking and he realizes he needs to push. So anybody who is chasing him, make a dexterity running test, please.
I committed to this, so
Yeah, you did.
can I? Well, okay.
Wow.
Wraith like zoom.
Right, so you've got him, so you can place yourself right next to him. You're there. And could I get one from Baa-Baa? Oh, I've got one from Baa-Baa. Baa-Baa, you've
think-
caught up to him as... well, you've done... Yeah, well, he failed, so yes, you've caught up to him as well. So you two are right
Right.
up there by the fire escape.
Right, I'll say it, Baa-Baa, let's take him outside onto the fire escape. So-
You'll hear
Mm.
through. You'll hear through your radio me saying that I'm getting the car.
Okay.
Okay, so you
This
get there.
Baa-Baa grabs him then.
I am grabbing this guy.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
we're going to have to go to initiative here now then. So, we will come up with a turn order. I will blank it off from the previous game. And if you can make sure you are clicked on your characters and then roll initiative for them, and that should put them in automatically.
Oh,
So, oh shit, he's been taken a bit by surprise, this guy. Wait, he does have, I'm pretty sure, a cybernetic implant that assists with this. So, fast reflexes.
Baa-Baa is the one who really needs to be in at this point. Oh no!
oh no!
No!
Okay, what did Baa-Baa get?
Treble 1,
Oh dear, on initiative.
and
So
I am
total five.
I'm quite happy to take some manner of fumble if you want to throw one out.
Okay, so what happens is you come bimbling through after this guy, you knock somebody flying, he goes like skittering across the floor, and as you do that you realise that the person you have knocked is one of the poser gangers.
No!
So you're actually, oh hang on, in fact it's the one that was already angry because
Brilliant.
he was
Oh,
coming to
bollocks.
speak to his
Remember?
others. You've just knocked him flat, so you're currently standing over here as he's about to get knocked on his arse. I'm going to roll for him for initiative as well. I am suffering
at
a
minus
little bit
2, remember.
of lag here. That's right, he is. I am suffering a little bit of lag here, so I will
Okay.
talk to Phil just a little bit. So we need to find the cause a gang hooligan. There we go.
I've just
So-
realised I don't have any weapons, and I should have weapons, shouldn't I?
Well, you wouldn't have brought your weapons
the-
to the.
The initiative
club
roll was
anyway.
after I
Shut
caught
up.
up to him, though, yeah?
No, the initiative roll is once the fight starts. So you've
Right.
knocked this guy flying, and I'm going to leave you there at that position.
Okay.
So when the fight starts, you haven't caught up to the
Fair
dealer.
enough.
You're going to be in a fight with this hooligan instead,
Okay.
who has just rolled 8, and I need to take 2 off that. So he's on 6, so he's only marginally ahead of Baa-Baa. There
We're
we
all
go.
very drunk in here.
You're all very. A lot of these people are very drunk. Yeah. And I'm going to probably need the bouncer later, so we'll pop that over there and that there. And I seem to be having a little bit trouble with the turn order thingy that allows me to move everybody into the right order isn't coming up. So I'm going to move that manually to there, and everybody's in the right order. So first person to act is Alexander Sterling. So you're dashing off to get the car when you get a communication from Wraith that it's just caught the guy. So what do you want to do? Do you want to keep going for the car? Or do you want to come back?
Yeah. We're planning to like kidnap him. We're just gonna abduct him, aren't we?
I think
Pretty
that's the
much.
plan. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go and get the car.
You're going to go get the car. Right, you are. So it's Bacow and Wraith are on the same. So it depends. Wraith, what is your dexterity?
It is 1, although I could have loaded a focus that helps with that, maybe?
Now then, the question is, would you have foreseen this? I suspect you probably would have foreseen having to chase somebody. So yeah. You can load an initiative focus, which would give you, well, it wouldn't necessarily be an initiative. Actually, I don't think there's an appropriate focus to load for here. Oh no, it would have been an initiative focus. Do you already have initiative as a focus?
No, I don't.
Okay, so that gives
So-
you another +2. So that would
Yeah.
take you up to.
Where I am.
Let me just change
20.
your thing to 12 then, so you will definitely be going before back out,
God.
even with his fast reactions bonus. So it's you to go first. What would you like to do?
I'm just saying, Wraith's the guy left with this person, and Wraith's the one with 0 fighting and 0 strength. So yeah, just saying. Right, so I'm gonna notice that Baa-Baa is not next to me,
Yeah,
and
it was a minute ago,
Sterling's
but just behind you, you
fucked
heard
off.
like, poof, oof, sorry.
Oh god, the impression. Right.
Very accurate.
Okay, right. Wraith is going to attempt to, like, wrestle this guy out the fire escape door, but he's also gonna try and say on the comms to Sterling, could do with some help here. Baa-Baa's got himself in trouble.
Okay.
Oh,
So you're going to attempt to wrestle him out the fire escape. So I'm going to say that is a stunt attack. So make an unarmed combat attack. If you succeed, you have a grip on him rather than doing him any damage.
Okay, let's just say, because he knows he's not very good at fighting,
Yeah.
and it might come to an altercation and we couldn't take our weapons, that I might have had like a unarmed thing.
So you want to say that you
Focus.
loaded an unarmed focus chip as well because you foresaw the risk of a fight.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say you did foresee the risk of a fight. You can load that. That's 4 chips you've accounted for now. I think.
4
you
so far, I've got 1 more left, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you've loaded an unarmed combat because you knew that Baa-Baa was the only fighter among you. Really, you thought it was probably a good idea. So you can count this
Is it-
attack at +2.
Is it fighting that it would be under,
It
or
would.
strength?
It would be fine.
Not that it makes any difference, like. 13?
13. I think that is possibly a miss. Let me just...
Probably.
I've just popped the character sheet out and it's gone completely white.
He's not a fighter. He's
Defense
he's a hacker.
13, so it's exactly what you needed to hit him.
Oh wow. Okay.
So you have hit him. He can he can't apply his toughness because you're doing a grapple, aren't you? So you've done a grapple attack on him, which means you've currently got him grappled. So his action would have to be to try and break the grapple rather than to attack you when it comes to him.
Okay.
And as it happens, it's come to him, so he's going to attempt. He can either try and squirm his way out of it using dexterity or like strength power his way out of it. So let's just see. He's not that strong, but he's quite dexterous. So he's going to try and like wiggle around to loosen your grip and then slip out under your arms. So he's going to use dexterity. You're going to use strength, and it is the highest of the two rolls wins. But this will
I've got
be
no
his
chance.
minor action. Oh, and he got 6 stunt points. Yes. Right.
I doubt I have any chance. I have 0 in strength. Even if I had loaded, I don't think you would have thought to have a strength focus.
No, I don't think so. Also, strength wouldn't be a focus anyway. So
I've got no chance. 12.
12. No. Okay. So he's broken the grapple, but he's also gained 6 stunt points. So let's have a look at what stunts he can use against a grapple. So I need to find my stunts.
Sterling just hears Wraith going, hurry up!
Okay, so stunts, chase, exploration, infiltration, investigation.
Honestly, we need Baa-Baa to grab him.
Combat
He's the only one
stunts,
who's
general,
really got a
grappling
chance.
stunts. That's what I'm.
You both would hear me over that, but, you know.
Okay, that's assuming that he's doing the grappling, which he's not. So, he could take you hostage.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Right, so he's gonna try that. Now he's gotten free from you. He's going to try and take you hostage. So in order to do that, he needs to beat you in a fighting grapple roll. So make a fighting grapple roll, and he also does the same.
So I wouldn't be able to apply my... I could apply my unarmed focus though, couldn't I?
If you do, he can as well. So, so it would balance out.
I mean, I'm gonna.
You
I
physically
rolled
couldn't
it.
have
Why
beat
is it
him.
not showing?
It is.
Oh,
true.
there
You
took
got a 12.
forever.
Okay, so he slips
no
out from
chance.
under you and twists your arm into a lock. And as you double over, my arm! He grabs you around the neck and pulls you backwards. So you're now tight against his body as a human shield sort of thing. And he's got you, and he's yelling like, nobody get any closer or I'll kill him. Probably.
I'll fry his fucking brain if he tries. That's what I'll actually say that.
Okay. So that's his go done. Actually, he's got a minor action, so he could try and, while he's got you as a human shield, he's going to drag you. He can't go very far. It's like half his movement. So he gets to the actual fire escape door, the main fire escape up here, and then I fucking turned your character instead. And then he doesn't have an action left to open it, so that's him done for the round. So it is the poser ganger that Baa-Baa knocked over to go next. So his first action is going to be to stand up, and his second action is going to be to punch Baa-Baa, because he's not smart enough to realise why that might not be a great idea.
I was gonna say, not sure it'll end too well for him.
I wouldn't have thought so, but he's going to give it a go. So he kind
Just the
of
Morgan.
yeah, he scrambles back to his feet, and he can't use. Right, I'm going to say he managed to smuggle his knuckle busters in.
Snuggle up to him.
Oh, 13. Does that hit Baa-Baa?
Let's have a look, see. defense of 12, so yes, it does.
It does. So he's punched you and he's got 3 general combat stunts to use. So let's have a look at general combat.
Oh boy.
He's going to... I think the only thing he's likely to want to do here is do more damage. So he's going to skirmish you back 1 with 1 point of stunts, and then he's going to do a vicious blow for an extra d6 damage. So that seems about right. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. So he hits you so hard, you actually, and because you were running, you're kind of off balance anyway, so you get kind of knocked back that way and wind up accidentally sitting in this seat. So as you're running, you knock him, he jumps up, he punches you. You stagger backwards off balance because 1 foot was in the air, hit the seat and wind up sat in it. He does, let me just have a look at the pose again and his punch damage. So he also gets an extra d6 on top of this, so he's done... Your toughness will come off the total damage though.
3.
Hold on. 1d6. So it's plus this. Fuck's sake. Backslash, roll 1d6. And then another 4. So that was 4. That was 9 points of damage, but you can reduce that by your toughness. And this is non-wounding damage. So even if he ran you down to 0, he could only knock you out. He couldn't kill you because he's unarmed. Right.
Once someone's knocked out, can they just coup de grace you?
I mean, technically, yes. Okay, so Baa-Baa, you've just taken 9 points of damage from the surprise attack by this
9?
annoyed posing out. Yeah.
9 points of damage. Oh god, right. Sorry.
Yeah, so you took 5 plus 4 because he used the.
I didn't catch those bits. I heard 3 mentioned for some reason, or 4. I heard 4 mentioned, and I took 3 off from my toughness, so I took 1. So.
Right, no. The initial damage was 5. That's from a standard punch. The stunt damage was another 4. So that's 9 in total. If your toughness is 3, that means you take 6 damage.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You couldn't see his damage rolls. You could only see that extra d6 he rolled.
Couldn't see his damage rolls. Okay, that means he is on Whisper for some unexplainable... Yeah, he is. I don't know why. Okay, I've taken the Whisper off, so that won't happen again. So Baa-Baa, it's you to go.
So I've taken 5, is that correct?
You've taken... no, you took 5 damage normally. Then an additional 4 from the stunt, so that's 9. Right, minus whatever your toughness is.
Right, 3.
3. So that would be 6 damage you took.
Okay, there we go. I'm now correct.
Right.
Thank you.
No problem. It's your go. What do you want to do?
Right, so I'm sitting. I'm going to have to spend an action to stand up, yes?
Minor action, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I do so. And minor action to move up into base to base, is that right?
It would be a minor action if you walked up to him. You could charge, which would get you the movement and attack, but you wouldn't get the +1 to hit because you would need to move at least 4 meters to get that.
What is the range, if anything, other than base to base? What is the range of my...
Actually, you can attack him if you're a meter away, so you only actually need to stand up, and then you're in range to attack.
Right. I'm going to do that. We definitely worked out like the damage correctly, because I've got a lot of things that add to damage. I'm just looking through the talents and what have you.
I'm not sure I understand the question. You haven't inflicted any damage yet. You've only suffered damage.
No, sorry. Well, in to make sure that on the sheet my damage is correct. We've already done the workings for that on the sheet and it's ready.
I would imagine so. We should have done, yes.
Lovely. Okay. In which case, I'm going to use my top weapon.
Right.
Which I won't talk about, so that you get the the description and what have you. So I'll roll to hit, yeah.
Yes, you can do it.
Okay.
Right. I was wondering what we were talking about, and now I realise, yes. Okay, so you've scored a hit and you've scored a stunt. you're actually dealing lethal damage, unlike him, right?
That evil laugh.
Yeah, so the rest of you are not close enough to see it, so I'm not going to describe it.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to hear
Oh,
it.
damn it.
Okay, I'll describe it. So what happens...
Maybe a flash forward and what people talked about
later. Yeah, so essentially, part of Baa-Baa's arm extends like telescopically. The fist is like mechanically tough because it's actually a false fist, and there's knobbles appear on the knuckles like the flanges on not the flanges, like the flanges on a mace, and he thumps the guy across the side of the face with what is essentially a mace fist. So at the minute he takes the swing, these flanges just like pop out of his fist.
Wow.
And he thumps him with the mace.
That's gonna hurt.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hurt. That's a bit of an escalation because that is lethal damage. So his toughness will not reduce the attack. So
A bit of an escalation.
go ahead and that was.
Like them to crack a walnut.
Would you like to roll the damage and tell me what you're doing with that stunt point, please?
Okay.
Just hear
Damage
me
first or stunt point first?
Either one.
Okay.
Minimum damage.
Damn.
That's sad.
What did you get?
6.
6 points of damage. Okay. Now what are you doing with the one stunt point?
I should have a look at the stunts. See what I can have for one. Let's have a look. I think possibly the thing that I could do with is more initiative. If I get one more initiative, will that put me above him? So I'll go again before he does.
It would put you on a par with him, I think. Yes, it would put you on a
Right.
par with him. So then it would come down to dexterity.
Which I think I'm reasonable at because I'm a very physical character.
Well, the poser's dexterity is 2. So if yours is 2, then it would still
is.
keep you equal, and then it would come down to the highest stunt dice.
Right.
Okay. So that's an option if you want to do that.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Is Wraith within 5 yards of me?
Can somebody check that while I'm activating these other poses? Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not.
Okay.
Outside.
Yeah, Wraith's no longer visible. Wraith's been dragged through the fire exit by the escaping drug dealer.
Right. Did I see which way they went?
Yes, through the fire exit. Through
Okay.
this door over here.
And you'll have heard Wraith on the comms as well.
I'm skirmishing myself 2 yards that way.
Okay, I'll just move you to.
Should be that. I
So
think.
I'll be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then. So you thump this guy for 6 points of damage. Because it's lethal damage, their toughness doesn't get to mitigated, so that's them fairly badly injured already. You feel the crunch of their jaw underneath your blow as you fracture their jaw. They start spitting blood and screaming for help. The rest of the posers over here who've seen you brutally attack their friend are now activated. So next round they will activate on the posers.
He went for me first.
He did indeed.
Knock for knock.
Would them poses be on a -2? But I don't think they were at the table, were they?
No, I'm still going to give them -2 because I'm just going to have all the posers act at the same time, just for ease.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm going to be rolling a lot of fucking initiative rolls.
That's fair.
I'll be back shortly.
Right, you are. So next up, it is Alexander. You're currently still rushing towards the car to get the car.
If I'm using all I haven't moved my character from when we started, but if
Yeah.
I'm using all my movement,
Yeah.
it would be 24, 30, like 36 for the first round.
Uh-huh.
Would that get me? Where would that get me on the map? Because I haven't actually measured it.
Well, measure it then. You're asking me for? Do you not think I've got enough to do? Fuck's sake. I mean, you're taking the long
This
route
is all
there.
darkness. This is all darkness.
Right, okay,
for me, so I'm
let
just
me
guessing.
measure it, then I'll measure it, because you're also taking the long route there, and you've walked through a wall twice.
God.
So,
I'm just kind of figuring out. So the first round, if I just completely ran, if I'd be able to make it to my car in time, because then that means this time, like this round, I'd be able to start driving.
I think, I mean, you'd have to get to wherever the car was parked as well, wouldn't you? So let me just do a measure and see what the quickest route you could take out is. It's just, you've now got me doing like 400 things at once, and the lag is a little bit problematic. 7 meters to there, 11 to there. What do you move in a single round?
12 normally, but obviously it would be triple that if I used all my actions and stuff.
36 in total. So yeah, the first round you would have gotten out of the club. So this round you'll be in the car.
So I can get in and start it up as a free action.
You can.
Am I able to start driving this round, or will that be next round?
Well, this round you'll have reached the car. Because of your special talent, you can get in and start it free, which means you have a minor action. Oh no, it would have taken. Sorry, because it would have taken you both your major and minor to reach the car. So normally I would have said, therefore, that you couldn't even start the car until next round, but because of your special ability, you're in it and started. So next round you'll be able to move the car.
Can I say something over the comms?
Yes, you can.
I'm just going to tell Wraith that I'm going to try and pull the car up around the back, and maybe to stick close to the wall.
Yep. Okey-dokey.
Yep, that's all.
Okay, so it is Wraith to go. You're currently grabbed. Shit, I've gone straight past you. It is Wraith to go anyway.
Wraith's gonna swear down the comms. He's fucking got hold of me, and then he's going to try and figure out what to do about this.
Okay.
Right, because I don't know all the focuses, and I've got one left that I could slot.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way for me to try and hack some of his cyberware?
Not with a focus, no.
Okay.
With a focus.
Jenni, did you have a taser last game? Because there were 2 people who had tasers, or 1 person.
Yeah, you wouldn't have got in the club with a taser.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, you would.
Don't have any weapons. Okay. So he's got hold of me. Has he got his arm like round like my neck or something?
Yeah, arm round the neck. I mean, you can try and break free. Try and break the grapple with a fighting brawling test, which will be the unarmed combat test you have loaded.
Can I try and like backwards headbutt him to see if I can get him to let me go?
Yeah, you can. Go for it. Now, here's the question. Are you backwards headbutting him for damage or as a stunt action?
I guess as a stunt, I want to try and surprise him so that he lets go of me.
Okay, so you're trying to cause him... Okay, so just... It'll be an opposed roll against his then, so it's fighting, brawling, and whoever scores the highest wins. You've got 14 to beat, Jenni.
Oh, so close! Could I have had brawling as a thing?
Well, you did. You do have brawling loaded. We discussed that last round.
Oh, I thought it's just you said it was unarmed.
Well, the proper term
But
for it is brawling. I did just mention that. So your
Oh, right,
13
okay.
is 15 because you do have the unarmed combat or brawling test loaded.
Yes!
So because of that focus that you had loaded, you realise that you think you can get this guy to let go of you, so you thump him in the stomach with your elbow, and as he starts to buckle over, there's nowhere for him to go, so you rapidly headbutt him backwards. So he gets a blow to the stomach and a blow to the nose, and it doesn't do him any damage, but he has let go of you in surprise.
Right, okay.
So he's like coughing slightly and bleeding a little bit from the nose, and he's let go of you. So you have escaped. That was your major action. What would you like to do with your minor action?
Okay, I do have one stunt point.
And your stun point, what would you like to do with stun point?
I'm just having a look. Right, what can I do? Could I actually skirmish him off the fire escape?
Well, I mean, the club is underground, so the fire escape comes up the stairs onto the street.
It goes up. Oh, right, I didn't realise it was underground.
Well,
right,
the club's based on trillions, so not trillions.
Actually, not trillions.
Fuck's sake!
I
forgot the name of the
I
place.
just thought it was like more of the layout, necessarily. Right, could I use
Legends.
Shit, I
The
don't
club's
have
based on legends.
Yeah, I don't have enough to do.
So the club itself
Right,
is
so
underground. The fire escape comes up. It stays up to street level, and that's what you've come out. So there's nothing. I mean, you could kick him back down the stairs into the club. Down the fire escape
Yeah,
stairs.
actually,
You could do
like I'm trying to like just keep him because we want to get hold of him and he's no good at fighting. So
Okay, so I'm
yeah,
just
I'll
gonna
try and kick him back
just gonna
down and
swap
maybe
those
hit
around them. I think that's going to do him D6 damage because he's bouncing down steps. So do you want to roll D6 damage? I'll D6 -1 because there aren't many steps to the first landing.
1d6.
And we'll take 3 off for his toughness.
I got 6.
Okay, so that goes down to 5. 3 comes off for his toughness, so he still takes 2 points of damage. So let me just do. He doesn't have a huge number of health points, to be honest.
Right.
So he's
How's
looking
his fighting
a bit
so
worse
high?
for life
Fucking hell.
because his job's dangerous.
Aye.
You notice he uses his fighting to like beat people up while he runs away, which is exactly what he's going to do. It's now his go, so he's going to attack you with his main action and then try and escape with his minor action. So his major action is to kick you. So he's on his feet again and he snaps his foot up and tries to kick you in the groin. Let's see if he manages. Oh, he's a dirty fighter.
Cheeky fucker.
And he'd be using his combat reflexes with enhanced muscle reflexes. Maybe attacks as a minor action rather than a major action. Ah, well, in that case, he's going to make an attack as a minor action and then he's going to run. With a
Wait a
major
sec though,
action.
because I didn't get my. Because I only had a major action, I didn't get my minor action.
Okay, so what's your minor action?
What can I do for a minor action?
Fuck's sake. Stand there and get hit. It's probably no.
No!
You can move.
You can, if you don't want to move, there's a minor action you can take where it's harder to hit you, but
There
it's
is
also harder
defensive.
to hit them.
Defensive stance. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try and do. I'll do like a defensive thing. then.
Okay, so let me just find it. I think that gives him a -2 to hit you. Or rather, it gives you a +2 on your defense. It does.
I'm
So
not
your
gonna hit
minor
you
action is
nuts.
going to be a defensive stance, which gives him improves your defense by 2, but it gives you a penalty to hit him when it comes round
Okay.
your go. We've already made your attack, so this is a good choice
Yeah.
because it doesn't carry the penalty doesn't carry over to the next round. So that makes it a little bit harder for him to hit you. And where the hell is his attacks?
He's a pacifist.
Okay, I don't seem to have typed his attacks into his little box, so I just need to do that. Actually, I don't need to do that. I can just tick his attack. Sorry, his fighting instead, fighting brawling. Oh, sorry guys, there's somebody at the
Fucking
door.
hell.
I'm going to have to go because there's nobody else in to deal with. Just a second.
All right, no worries.
You're gonna have to convince him that he hasn't rolled. You know, oh, you haven't rolled yet, but I need to roll again. That was a really good roll.
It's a shame we can't delete messages in the chat.
It's his own roll.
Yeah. It's
Why
fucking
Why have I only got triple ones all game?
hopefully Baa-Baa can get to me before this fucker gets away.
I'm pedaling backwards.
I know. You're like sort of skirmishing your way across the dance floor.
Punch and
Right, okay,
skirmish,
sorry
punch
about
and
that.
skirmish.
So
Alright.
he has kicked you.
In the
so-
knackers.
In the knackers. So he's going to use that 3, I think, for additional damage. Because, you know,
Fucking
It's not pleasant being kicked in the gonads. So that'll be an
I
extra
did-
D6 damage.
I did chuck him down the stairs.
You
to
did
be
chuck
fair.
him down the stairs, so you can understand why he may be annoyed at you, can't you? No, I can't find the bloody thing. So that's weird. Vicious blow. There. 2 points for a vicious blow, and he's going to do a duck and weave himself. It's actually +1 on defense, not +2. Right. Okay. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So okay, it's going to be 2d6 plus his strength, which is 1.
Ow!
But it is an unarmed attack, so that would be that would be a d6 minus 1. So that cancels out. So it's just 2d6.
At least he won't kill you, though.
Aye,
Hopefully.
2d6 because this is a melee unarmed attack. Your toughness will reduce this.
I
So
don't have any fucking
5
toughness.
points of damage. Okay, 5 points of damage.
Ow!
Now he realizes that if he dashes out onto the street, he's just going to run straight back into you. So he's going to run back into the club and try and come out through the other direction.
Please run into Baa-Baa.
5. I'm trying to think if he knew Baa-Baa. Yes, he did. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Oh shit, I forgot. He's in there.
10, 11, 13. 13, and I think
Oh,
he gets
perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gets him to there.
Oh,
And another 3. So he's off. He's like powering his way past these other poser gangers and the weird guy. And that's him done. So it's the poser ganger that's fighting Baa-Baa. He's not going to come after you. He's going to shout for the others to, "I get that guy. He gave me a right good kicking."
He hit you once.
Yeah. Oh, there was 50% of his hit health gone in that one blow. So these other poser gangers are all coming after Baa-Baa. So the poser gangers, let me just have a look. Where the fuck?
You guys might want to start, get out there.
Come on, pop that
Yeah,
up.
get the fucker.
No, the only
Their
problem
movement is why doesn't it 12? Okay,
the,
so
the only problem is Sterling thinks everyone's out the back, so that's where he's going.
10. So that's 1, 2,
Well-
3, 4, 5, 6.
That's the
7,
same bitch that set me on fire.
11.
What?
It is like it's the woman that set him on fire.
Okay.
Do you not remember?
No.
First adventure.
The first
Oh
adventure.
no, you weren't there.
Ah,
Oh
that
yeah,
would be
you weren't
why.
there.
Okay, so there's 2 of these poser gangers have made it close enough to Baa-Baa to attack, and the rest of them are kind of swarming
You just
in.
moved me,
Did I?
so you know.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
hello,
I've switched
Sterling.
sides.
Just delete yourself because you're not in.
But I want to be able to see.
Okay,
Just delete yourself.
We'll leave you there so you can see. Okay.
I'll go in the
Goodbye,
corner.
Sterling.
So there's 3 of these have come rushing up. There's a bunch of these come charging after Baa-Baa. Only 2 of them are close enough to do anything. So the first one is going to launch a kick at you.
Oh
so
my god.
I'm going to have to use the Knuckle Duster's dice, but if I hit, the damage will be 2 points lower because he's not actually got his Knuckle Dusters on.
Well,
So that's a miss.
wow.
So the second one's going to try and swing a punch. That's a hit. So this one has hit you for... Okay, so that says 5, but it would actually be... Actually, I think a Knuckle Duster's +1 damage. So it would be 4 damage, not 5. You have 3 points of toughness, so only 1 point of damage is actually taken.
As I took a fumble earlier on for 3 ones, can that guy have a fumble too?
Oh god, he did roll 3. Well,
Yeah.
it's a her, so okay. So she comes running after you and falls down the stairs. So I'm going to give her a fallen over marker. Do you want to roll d6 for us, please, Patrick?
Yeah,
And
sure.
we'll say that's d6 minus 1's how much damage she takes from falling down the stairs.
5.
5, so that's 4 points of damage. from falling down the stairs. 4.
Very important linguistically.
Yeah.
Did she fall, or did she have a fall?
I'm not sure I follow the difference there.
Well, one is like, I've fallen, but the other is only really if you're sort of getting on a bit in years, and it's like, I've had a fall.
Oh no, she fell. She's running after you, and as she goes to kick you, because she's coming downstairs at the same time, the other foot just slips and she comes down, bam, 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 bounces down the couple of stairs on her arse. So that's the pose gangers. It's Baa-Baa to go. You are being chased by a mob, but you've also just seen the guy you're after just run past you.
Which way did he go? Which way did he go?
He went. You know where the tables were that you were all sat at earlier?
Yeah.
He's running past that area, trying to make it out the front entrance.
Right.
So I'm currently pinging where he's at.
Okay, got you. Are there any security within sightline?
You can give me a perception seeing test to see if you can spot them.
Okay. Because the boss has
11.
paid up.
Yeah.
For like paid off the security here.
You can see one over by the main bar behind you, but it's quite a distance away.
Right.
He is moving towards because he's seen that shit's kicking off.
Yep.
He is, and he's like yelling into his comlink to bring the other security. So you imagine the place is going to be flooded with bouncers soon.
Right. So what I'm going to do is say he started it, pointing to the guy that.
The security guard's a long way away. He's right by the bar.
I'm saying this in to the gang.
All right, okay.
He started it, and I'm going to use I think both my actions to move.
Right. Yes. Okay. So you yell he started it over your shoulder as you use your 2 actions to move. What I would suggest is you use your minor action to get as close as possible, and your major action to charge him.
Well, do you know what I've got?
Uh-huh.
It wouldn't matter which way around I did it, because I can attack on a minor action as well.
Ah, right, okay.
In
fact, you're going to get close enough to attack him just from your minor action, so just move him up there and get an attack.
Oh, it's just there, is it, Grand? Okay.
This is him here.
Lovely. Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
So see, he kind of looks confused over his shoulder as he's continuing to run away.
No running away.
Go ahead and make your attack.
I've done. 14.
14. That should be a hit. Yes.
Oh God, you're gonna kill him!
He goes flat now.
For some reason, I've got like the bottom line of my chat is cut off, so I'm finding it difficult to see what's. Actually, if I just hit a return there, that might. No.
You can resize the box underneath. It's got a 2-headed arrow on it, and you can drag it up, and it does cover stuff.
It'll get bigger, but it won't get any smaller.
Right.
Okay, so I think you've done 10 damage. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so 10 damage with his toughness of 3. Ah, you're using your mace fist again, aren't you? So he can't apply his toughness because it's an armed attack. So you run up behind him and punch him in the kidneys with his mace fist. The flanges still extended from the earlier attack. That's 10 points of damage. He's wearing.
Fucking have it.
He is wearing armor, but it only applies against ballistics, so it doesn't work against this. So you've done 10 points of damage to the poor sword.
Yeah, don't kill him!
And I can't get his fucking stats to pop up.
Honestly, after this, do you think they're going to send more dealers in?
And I've bloody frozen again.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, I'll move on. So you've thumped him in the back. He's very badly injured. I'll give you an idea. He's lost more than half his health. So it is Alexander to go while I try and get my shit to work. What would you like?
Well, none of the have any of these updated me on any of the situations?
If I've been able to, then I will have been telling you what's going on.
Able to.
With lots of swearing.
Well, I am going to pull the car up to the front door, get everything ready, make sure that they can get in the car easily. And I assume we left our weapons in the car?
Yes, you'll have left your weapons in the car. Sorry, guys, I'm having a lot of trouble. Nothing's responding properly on roll 20. So I'm going to have to close it and reopen it because just nothing's responding.
No worries.
But you guys can keep talking. You can keep telling us what you're doing. I'll keep running it as best I can.
All I'm going to do is pull the car up. I'm going to get my shotgun and I'm going to like aim it at the door. I want to.
Right, there is a bouncer at the door, mind.
Oh well, okay, maybe not. I'll have it. I'll have it hidden.
Also, bit of a problem with that. There is no car access to the front of the club. It's on a plaza.
Right. I'll get it as close as I can, and I'll be ready.
And then you'll run up the plaza with your shotgun hidden under a coat, presumably.
I'm in the car. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're in the car, you're not going to get anywhere near the entrance. That's
I'm saying I'm going to get as close as I can with the car.
Right, but there are multiple exits from the plaza. You cannot get the car onto the plaza, but wherever you pick the car, there's like 4 other ways he could go. That's what I'm saying.
I'm assuming that they're going to be grabbing the dude. Is all.
Right.
You know?
I see what you mean. Okay.
That's my assumption.
So you're going to get the car as close as you can, which is not very, is the point I'm trying to make. But you'll be there for when they capture them, if they capture them. Right. Okay, I seem to be able to move now, so let me... this stuff's responding now.
Wraith's going to say...
Fuck's sake, it just keeps resetting his hit points to the same no matter what I do.
Oh, it's doing like a weird... Like it was resetting where my token was.
Yeah, I was doing it with his hit points. I can't change
it. With hit points. Yeah, that's fucking weird.
There's fucking literally no response.
And you've reloaded it.
I've reloaded it completely, but it just won't take a command to change the hit points.
You want? I mean.
I can't change them on his character sheet. I can't change them on his token. It won't change them. So I'm going to make a note of them on paper instead, and we're going to press the fuck on. So it's Wraith to go. What would you like to do?
Right. Well, Wraith's going to be on the comms, and he'll say, "Get the car as close as you can, and get your backside over here," because he wants basically, he wants Sterling to come and fucking help instead of sitting in the car.
Right, but you're at the back of the building. The guy's running through the building to the front. If Sterling comes to where you are, he's going to be moving away.
I'm not asking him to come to where I am. I'm saying I've already told him because he said we were able to talk on the comms.
Yes.
And keep him updated as to what was happening.
Yeah.
So I'm presuming he knows the guy's running
out the front.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So he'll get as close as he possibly can and get back here, and the guy's running through the front. Obviously, I don't know yet if Baa-Baa has got him or not, but I am going to, in a second, I am going to move... Where's my fucking thing?
Right, I'm getting no response from anything on this fucking thing. I'm going to try and move a token, see if that works. Because if it is, it means it's something to do with the keyboard. Right, so no keyboard instructions are going through. I can't type a search in. I can't pull.
Is it wired or wireless?
I'm using the laptop. It's built in.
Oh, right, okay.
But it means I can't run searches to find the characters I need. I can't do anything. If I can't do it with a mouse, I can't do it, essentially. So I wonder if I could... Hold on. If I can't do it with a mouse, that's how I do it. That's how I do it. That's how I do it.
Also,
Right,
if it's a laptop, is there like a shortcut to turn the keyboard off?
I mean, there will be, but it hasn't been touched.
Right.
So I've no idea what the hell is going on.
Okay.
And I imagine if I open something else, which I'm just going to try, I'm just going to open my Facebook for a moment and just type something, and no, that's not working either. So it's the fucking keyboard just stopped working.
Oh.
I would guess it's just been disabled software-wise. Just try the caps lock key and see if a light comes on.
Okay. No, right. I've just tried number lock and a light came on there.
Ah.
So, the
So
keyboard
I'll
is-
try caps lock. Yep, that's
Yeah.
fine. Ah,
Right.
and I finally. Right. The thing I typed into Facebook's come up. It just came up really fucking
Or
slowly.
just lagging really, really badly.
I mean, I've never seen lag this bad before, but yeah, it seems to be that. So I'm going to try and... Oh, fuck's sake. I've corrected his hit points on his... Aha! Keyboard's working again.
Hey.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah, I corrected the keyboard on the character sheet, but it didn't sort of pass through to the...
Right. Weird.
And oddly enough, now I've corrected, he's still shown as green, despite the fact he's just lost over half of his hit points in a single blow. So there's a lot of strange shit going on today in it. Aha! There we go. Just massive
Yeah.
lag again. Okay.
Just saw the blood splat out.
Yeah, a bit, like 10 minutes after he was hit. So it is, so you're yelling to him for help. Is there anything else you're doing?
Yeah, I'd burst through the door, and I'm gonna take a quick look because I'm trying to figure out where this guy's gone. I'm guessing I'm gonna be able to see him pretty quickly.
I would think so, because you'll have an idea he's probably heading for the other exit. Oh, for the love of fuck.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Right. No, I tried to get vision through yours and it came on and went straight back off again. But I've got it to work now. Okay, so you...
I
Yes.
can see him.
You
Yeah.
can see him. You can also notice this huge mob of poser gangers like swarming down
Yeah.
the thing.
Jet.
So if you've any more movement to use, now would be a good
I
time to use
do.
it.
Yeah, I am going to. I could get up to where they are. If I like leg it.
Okay,
So-
go for it. And is that both your
shit.
major and minor actions used?
Yes.
Okay.
It will be.
Okay, so it's Baku to go next. He notices you guys are both closing on him, so he is going to try and... Well, he's going to try and belt one of you. At this point, he's struggling to get away, so he might actually...
I would have thought he'd be struggling to breathe.
Yeah. Okay, so he's going to make an attack on Wraith in the hopes that he can bring one of the two of you down, because he knows he's already given you a fairly stiff kick in the bollocks. So he's going to have another go at twatting you, and that is a 15 with 6 stun points.
Why does he keep stunting?
So I'm tempted at this point to do a lethal blow. But I'm,
Fuck off.
oh look, instant kill. No,
Wraith is never having children, apparently.
I'm not going to do a lethal blow because he doesn't want to escalate it to that level. He just wants to escape. So
That was.
yeah, exactly. So he's going to do a knockout on you instead. So this time, as you come running up behind him, he does a roundhouse kick to the side of your head, poof, and tries a knockout. If your opponent has less than half their health, do you have less than half your health?
No.
Right, he's failed to knock you out. I should have checked that first. That was my fault, so I'm going to go with it. But is this before or after he rolls the damage? It's after. It's after. So you might have. You might have. So he gets plus. He's still got 2 stunt points. So I'm going to do a. Oh, of course, he's doing unarmed damage, so it doesn't matter if I do extra damage. So yeah, I'll do the vicious blow to try and get you down and knock you out. So that means he gets 2d6 minus 1 damage. Oh no, he gets plus 1 from his combat reflexes. So he gets backslash roll 2d6. So it's there. 7 points of damage. You can subtract your toughness from that.
Yeah, he's got me down to 4 out of 16.
Right, so that's all she wrote. You just lose consciousness. He roundhouse kicks you in the side of the head, and that's the last thing you remember singing till you wake up.
Bollocks! That's the last thing he says.
And with that,
What
he's
is that?
going to make a run for it.
That was upside your head.
Yes. So that's
Right, I couldn't make it out, bro.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Wraith isn't a fighter.
7.
Not going well.
He
Is
tried.
It's not going too well, to be entirely honest. No. So the guy's made it through the doors, and then he runs out of actions. It's the poser ganger that was beaten up, and the ones that have come after you. Are they going to continue to come after you? I think at this point, I don't know. Yes, I think some of them will. So
Might be too busy laughing at the one who fell on her ass down the stairs.
there might be actually. Yes, she needs to stand up, so he'll help her up. So these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's like 2 of them race round the corner to attack you, whilst the others are lagging behind. So there's going to be 2 poser gangers come round the corner just as Wraith gets sparked out completely. So they are a little bit nervous of the level of fight that's going on now, because this is a bit above their pay grade sort of thing. They are, however, going to attack Baa-Baa anyway. So poser gang elite for the first guy, and he's going to attack with his. He's not going to knuckle dusters on, so if he hits, I'll reduce the damage.
Jesus.
And he
Wow,
scored. Wow,
okay.
20, right. So he comes round the corner and punches Baa-Baa in the back of the head. So whatever damage I generate here is 1 point lower. So that's 5 damage, but you can take your toughness off it.
It makes no difference to
I would like to put forward that punching Baa-Baa in the head is not going to have much of an effect.
I see your point, but yeah, so you've got 3 points of toughness, I believe.
Yeah.
So that means 2 points of damage get through.
Thank you.
Okay, and the other is a standard poser ganger.
How's your health looking, Baa-Baa?
Not as good as it was. I'm down to 13 out of 22.
Okay. Well,
So this guy is going to do a punch as well. Again, I'll use the knuckle dusters, but I'll reduce the damage if he actually hits. 15, that is a hit, and he has 6 stunt points. So he is going to use those to do. Well, he knows you're quite nasty, so I think we're going to go with a.
Brian's getting very lucky for these rolls.
I know.
I know. Keeps getting 6 stunts. Fuck off.
There's no lethal blow. He's going to do a lethal blow for an extra 2d6 damage. So he does a total of 3d6.
Wow.
Do you know I've been rolling the wrong? No, I haven't. I haven't, because I haven't been typing it in. So that's minus 1 of that. That's 5 plus an extra 2d6. Roll 2d6. So backslash roll 2d6.
I'm just going to suggest.
So total of 13 damage. Take 3 off. That's 10.
Wow.
10 damage.
Oh my god.
As he
Pick Wraith
smacks
up
him in
and
the back.
run.
Right, at this point, you can hear the bouncers starting to come in from different locations, and it is Baa-Baa to go.
That took the fucking time.
Well, on 3 health and no healer,
Oh, wow.
this is a tactical withdrawal point, isn't it? Really?
I mean, the guy you're chasing's heading out the entrance anyway, which draws you closer
Yeah.
towards the bouncers who are coming in. So you could
Yeah.
just continue to.
Right. So, Wraith is knocked out. Is that right?
Wraith's unconscious, yeah.
Okay. Is that a major action to pick him up?
It would be, I think, yes.
Okay.
How about
so
you just drag me? Would that be a major
Minor-
action?
Minor action to drag you.
minor action. Oh my. Well, it's kind of in keeping, I suppose.
It is,
It is.
Okay. Quick question.
Yeah.
Can I see an air vent within easy reach?
You're
mean,
gonna stuff me into it.
Yes, there'll be an air vent, but it's not particularly large.
Good. That's exactly what I'm after.
Okay.
Is it big enough for me to get my head into?
Why?
You'll see.
Possibly.
Note that I'm
God.
using my player voice, not my character voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, possibly, but you might
interesting.
get it stuck. What are you
No,
thinking of doing?
No, I won't. Is it big enough to get Wraith into? More to
No,
the point.
nah,
Oh
absolutely
my
not.
god.
Right. Is Wraith being chased by these guys?
No, not really. They're
They're
more
just me.
interested in you, aye.
It's just me that they're after.
Aye.
Right. Then I'm going to make for the air vent, and I'm going to use. He says as he pulls it up. Joint flexibility.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh.
Right, yes. Okay, so this air vent, which is definitely far too small for you to fit into, you managed to fit into. All your joints dislocate and you...
Oh.
I need a TN11 Dex stealth test.
Otherwise,
Nice.
yeah. Go for
I
it.
can imagine how creepy that looks.
Oh, absolutely. Because it's all
Adrian
cybernetics that
Jones
just
quality.
disconnect from his...
Oh. He's like, oh god.
So his arms kind of pop out of the sockets and slide
no.
round to
Oh.
SpaghettiOs. I've just got my head in the vent.
Okay, so you're gonna fill unless, of course, you want to try and gain a re-roll by spending a conviction point.
Oh, we've got those, haven't we? So much of this could have gone differently if we'd spent some conviction.
I know.
I considered spending one and not get knocked out, but like, I don't know if
Just gotta
that's
save
even.
it for when you really need it.
Yeah.
3 of us laid dead. Full conviction polls. Didn't really need it though.
Yeah.
Should have the next
So-
character.
Are you going to
Right,
spend a point
yes.
to re-roll? Go
I
ahead
am
then.
absolutely going to do that, yes. So I'll do it again?
Yeah, roll again.
Okay.
I mean. Oh,
my
no.
So you've spent a
Oh.
conviction point and you've actually managed to get worse. Okay.
This is just-
really stuck.
Our
Okay.
rolls have been arse.
Yeah,
How
so
many conviction points can you spend on rerolls?
just the one.
Just the one. Oh shit.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Sterling
just the
is
one. Yep, Sterling, it's down to you, mate, because the party are not doing well. So you jump up and I tell you how I'm going to do this, right?
Oh, no.
Rather than you get stuck, I'm going to say you jump up and try and grab the air vent.
Yep.
But as you do that, you fail to pull yourself up through it, so you grab the air vent, but you're now dangling from it rather than being stuck in it. You can't actually get the hatch off to get through.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to call this a minor action. You've still got your major. What do you want to do?
Clusterfuck.
Oh, okay. For my major action, can I try again?
I mean, you could. You could. If you,
I'd suggest giving up and running after the guy if I were you, but I mean that's.
Yeah, because I think these gang members will attack you again next round and they'll knock you out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. This is why I want to be up that chute and aware.
I would suggest getting behind the bouncers.
To be fair, the bouncers are coming in. They will probably stop those gangers
Where are
because
the bouncers? Can I actually see them?
no, but you know there'll be several coming down from the door as well as the ones that are. So you're moving towards where at least 2 are going to be coming from.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's better that you get out. You could maybe then get that guy and also not get knocked out yourself.
Okay, so I'm leaving my teammate behind.
I mean, you could still drag me, I suppose, but I don't think you've got the actions.
We are not the Marines, we will leave a man behind.
So you can get to within striking distance if you move 8. What is your movement normally?
10.
10, right? Okay, so you wouldn't still get an attack, but you can get up to him. You just won't have an action left to attack with.
Can I charge?
Well, a charge that you would only get an attack if you'd only charged half your movement. I think that's right. Let me just double check that in case I'm wrong. I tell you what, actually, from a narrative point of view, it would be more interesting if you caught him anyway. So fuck it, I'll give you the attack because I'll allow it as a charge. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Right. Okay then. So, where did he go? Which way did he go?
I'm pinging. Oh, fuck's sake! I caught the door. There you go. I'm pinging.
He went that way.
He went through these doors, the same doors you came in by in the first place.
Aha!
So you come running through the doors and you punch the door open, not realising the guy's directly on the other side of it. Make an attack.
Honestly, it's perfectly in character for Baa-Baa to be punching doors open.
Well, that's what I thought, yeah. 14, that's a hit. Roll the damage.
You might want to pull the damage so you don't actually kill him.
Well, I am punching the door, so that might sort of brace it a little bit for him. I don't know.
That's all right. You're one point shy of killing him anyway.
Right.
So you punch him, and he goes. I think at this point he's had enough. You punch him in the back. He's so badly injured. He's coughing blood, and he just puts his hands out to the sides to show he's unarmed. Starts screaming for help. The bouncers come swarming down the stairs. And are immediately producing shock sticks and tasers and whatnot. Now, this scene... Sorry, go on.
Through there. I point towards the gangers.
Okay,
My friend is hurt.
Give me a perception... sorry, not perception. Give me a communication persuasion test. 14, you've actually passed.
Pretty good.
So you go through there, my friend was hurt.
Can I just quickly roleplay that?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm terribly sorry, gentlemen. My friend's through there and she's hurt.
This is Baa-Baa doing this, yeah? Okay, yes. They look a bit confused and then just run past you into the into the thing. You have been left with the guy that you've come to grab. So you just grab him by the collar and like frog march him outside. Just gonna shake his head for a moment. Yeah. You get him to where where Sterling's waiting in the car, and you stuff him in the car. You guys get away with him, and the first aider will deal with Wraith. He'll be able to.
I wasn't gonna leave Wraith. I was gonna try and get in there and maybe bribe the bouncers to allow us to take him.
Okay. Yes. Give me a.
I mean, if they know that will work for Don and they're hired by him or paid off by him, is that right? I don't know.
I mean, they're bribed by him. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So, Jenni, what time have you got to be at work?
Oh, I've got a little bit of time.
Right, because we're only halfway through the adventure. Is why I asked.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Only halfway through.
We're
almost dead.
Wow.
This is just you capturing the dealer so you can find out where the drug lab is.
Well, everything just went so wrong.
It did, didn't it? Wasn't it great?
Bad rolls. I've got until 6, by the way, in case you didn't hear me.
Right, okay. So it's 5:30 now. So we're going to play a little bit longer. But I will stop it at a logical place.
Okay.
Okay, so the aftermath of this is eventually you all escape. The poser gangers have been subdued by the bouncers. The first aider comes to help Wraith. Sterling comes in and says, I'll take Wraith home. None of the bouncers think to ask where the Blacklight dealers got to. It doesn't occur to him that he didn't just walk away. So you've got him stuffed in the boot of Sterling's car,
of course,
tied up and gagged.
There's still bloodstains from the last person who was in the booth.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, Sterling, you're feeling okay, but these two look like death warmed up. I mean, they look bad. They've been beaten to within an inch of. However,
Yeah.
in the car, they're like gasping for their breath, get the breath back. They're slugging some stim drinks to try and get their mojo back together. They're taking a look at their injuries as well. I'm bleeding from the nose. Oh, that's all right for you. I got kicked in the side of the head.
Yeah, and in the fucking knackers.
So, Wraith makes you stop at a 7-Eleven on the way back so they can buy a bag of frozen peas, and they spend the rest of the journey back with a bag of frozen peas on the knackers
Eating
to stop the
frozen
swelling.
peas.
Eating frozen peas.
Yeah, he's just sat there with the peas, like frozen peas on his lap. Not on his head.
Aye. So,
Give peas a chance.
so Wraith and Baa-Baa can take a breather in the drive back, which means
Yay.
you recover 5 plus your level plus your constitution.
Okay. That's not too bad.
Thing is, as well, that all happened within like 3 rounds. So, like, what, 15 seconds or something?
Yeah, something like that. Well, a round is approximately 15 seconds, but it happened in about a minute. Yeah, just a couple of minutes, we'll say, shall we?
It's a good job I didn't want to have kids anyway.
So you're both kind of badly beaten up, but nobody's taken a look at you yet. You get back to what are you doing with the captive? Essentially, is what I need to know. And where you headed?
Interrogation, but we've got some kind of like base or something, haven't we?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Don owns a few places. This is not the sort of thing you would take to his office, but you could go to the chop shop that he runs, which Louise's character is the Ripper
Oh
Doc
yeah,
for.
that'd probably be a good idea actually.
Because you could pretty much do with seeing the doc anyway.
Yeah.
After your sudden encounter with graphic violence. So you pull into the thing and you contact Jet to go like, do you want to come and help us out? And Jet goes, were you at the Crystal Club tonight? Because I thought so. I thought I saw one of you as I was leaving. Good night.
You were there.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
I mean, Jet was literally there. The actual character token was on the thing for
Wraith will
quite
actually
a while,
exclaim,
and
fuck's
then
sake.
left. Oh, it sounds like it got a lot more interesting after I left.
Very interesting.
Say that, yeah.
Okay, so I'll be there in 20 minutes. Just give us 20 minutes and I'll get there. You know the code to get in anyway. And then you let yourselves in, and what are you doing with the prisoner while you're waiting for Jet to get in?
We need to tie him up on a metal chair and put a spotlight on top.
If you have ways of making you
interrogate.
talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
I'll tell you
He's
what.
already-
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop the music from the club because obviously you don't have music in the chop shop.
Well, aside from the throbbing in our heads from the...
Yeah, I mean that was quite a fight you got yourselves into. Bear in mind you were never in any mortal danger because they were only fighting stun damage.
Yeah. They were in mortal danger from Baa-Baa, though.
Exactly. Yeah. So let me just have a look. Somewhere here I have the adventure notes, characters, missions, kitchen nightmares. Interrogating Bakash Kimu. Right, you are. If the party capture Bakash, they can attempt to interrogate them. Okay, I'm assuming as well. Is there anything else you're doing with the guy?
Aside from waterboarding him.
I want to have a look in... Fuck's sake, I want to have a look in his pockets, see if he's got any interesting
key.
information. I want to get any like tablet or phone device, and I want to hack into it. So there's a few things I want to
Okay.
do.
We should
So
probably disable his implants as well.
he's got a
Yeah.
comms implant and he's got a car key, which is hackable.
Okay.
So it's a small palm-sized metallic blue oval-shaped wireless device with a 10-meter range.
Okay.
The device is the key to his car. However, it can be used not just to unlock the car, but also to start the engine.
Right.
The key can be hacked physically with an intelligence security test or intelligence electronics, or it can be hacked remotely with a... let me find it now. With a code finding or hacking test.
Well, I've got hacking.
Yeah.
I'll use that. And I'd want to try and disable his comm implant as well, if at all possible.
Okay, so start with trying to hack his comm implant to block it then.
Yeah.
So give me a hacking test for that. It's quite tricky to do. So your target's 13,
Ooh.
20 with 6 stun points. So you've hacked his comms completely, so he can't call for help.
Hang on a second.
Bryan.
Yeah.
Hang on. If you've hacked his comms completely, he should have communication details, some sort of back path to his boss.
Hopefully,
Yeah. I'd be looking at stuff. I've got hacking stunts because I got 6 stunts.
Okay,
Let's
yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Ooh, I could actually make an attack against his mind or body if I wanted to.
Take revenge, get him in the balls.
I could say, hang on, exploit your brief.
If you did the attack against his mind, could you use that as an interrogation thing?
I was literally just gonna say
Well-
that, but I'm looking at the other ones. But,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
you're not really linked to a... this is not
Yeah.
a brain implant, so you couldn't really attack his mind through it.
Okay.
It's just a comms implant and he's mastoid.
Ooh, I could infect him with a virus. That's a bit mean.
No, you can infect the implant.
Yeah,
The implant's not a neural implant, so you can't...
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
But it is a
Exploit.
communications implant, so if you infected it with a virus, you could then broadcast that virus to everybody in his...
oh, yes! Do you think I
that's
should
a good
do that?
point. Yeah, you could have some kind of like worm virus that broadcasts their location or something.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You can. In which case, we can skip the interrogation completely, because if you do that, if you implanted that, that would track down the drug lab for you.
Oh, hell yes. Okay.
Okay, so you implant a virus into his comlink and then turn it back on, but obviously you keep him from using it because it's not linked to his brain. He has to actually speak. It's like wearing it, but it's actually grafted to his jaw.
Right.
But you send this this signal out to all the contacts, and you notice that is compartmentalized. So he's got like a secure section that should be hard to hack, but you had no trouble at all. And eventually it comes back, and you track where the various pings are returning from. There's a couple of places that ping back, but when you look into them, one of them is a high likelihood of being what you're looking for in the way of a drug den, because one of the places he's been communicating with a lot is a small warehouse on the docks.
Right.
What particularly elevates this as in your suspicions is that, according to all the records you can find, this warehouse is derelict. But he's been ringing. He's rung it like 8 times tonight.
Okay, excellent. Obviously, I'll let everybody else know what I've found out. Could I also see if rifling through his pockets or anything, is there any way to steal some money off him?
Not really, because hardly anybody carries cash these days.
That's what I mean, though, like digitally steal it, like... hack
Um,
into his shit and
you
transfer
could,
it into.
yeah, you could try hacking his credit card if you want. Very difficult to
That's all
do,
tax.
but yeah, very difficult to do, but possible. So give me another hacking roll. You'll have.
Jenni,
I mean, you're criminals. You will have the equipment here to do it, to clone the card. So give me a hacking roll and we'll see.
15.
15. So this is a hard task. So you needed 15. So
Oh yes, I got
Nice.
5 stunts as well. Oh my god.
okay. So you can temporarily transfer enough money from his account to your account, but through like a blockchain
Yeah.
to make it harder for him to track you.
Thanks for the money.
You can add temporarily for the next month, for like I'm going to say for the next 2 missions, your resources go up by 5.
Wow. 5.
Yes.
Holy shit.
This guy's fucking loaded.
Right, hang on. I'm just making a note of this. 5.
There's money in them there drugs.
Yes. Oh,
I'd
yeah.
recommend doing what I'm about to do. So when we go on the next mission, it's going to be dangerous. You should take out one of those like medical things, where if you end up getting knocked out or killed or anything,
Like
the
trauma
fucking
team or something.
Yeah,
Trauma
the
team.
military just comes after you.
Aye. Armed trauma team comes and collects
Hell
it. Yeah.
yes. Probably will do. I'm gonna be like, don't think we'll need to worry about money for a while, guys.
Yeah,
Right.
honestly.
All
So
right.
you manage to get this information out of the guy. You tell Don about it. You contact Don to tell him like you think you've found where the drug lab is, and Don sniffs and says, "So you're telling me for? I gave this job to you. Go sort it." If
Well,
you
I'm
need
updated.
some more, if you need some more help, why don't you call in 1 or 2 of the others?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably a good idea.
Yes, it is. Good
I'm
night.
alright.
And then he hangs up.
Oh, God, he's a twat.
He is a twat now.
Right.
You twat.
Yeah. Right. We're gonna have to kill this guy, aren't we?
As soon as Wraith says that, Baa-Baa punches him in the head.
Oh no!
Fuck's sake. Right, well, so as soon as Wraith says that, his eyes widen and he starts going, and you just thunk and hit him so hard in the head that it kills him outright.
Wow.
Okay. I was going to roll for it, but
I mean, he had 1
He
hit
was
point
nearly
left.
dead. Like,
Also,
now I roll a 20.
yes, now
Wait,
you
what
roll
if
a
this
20.
guy? What if this guy is a trauma team? Wouldn't that be funny?
yeah,
I
they
mean, just
come
had a
and like,
trauma team, and they
they
didn't turn
fuck
up
us
at the
up.
club. They didn't turn up while we were transporting him. They didn't turn up while we were interrogating
Well, he
him.
hasn't been knocked out. He hasn't been knocked out, to be fair.
yeah, that's true.
Well, hang on. He isn't knocked out now. He's dead. They'll not turn up for that either.
Yeah,
Oh, he's already dead. You know, like nothing we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's completely flatlined, it's like, what's the point?
yeah, exactly.
Wraith's
We're not a
just
corpse retrieval team.
Wraith's just gonna say, well, I thought we were gonna have a debate about it, but never mind. Okay.
As a games master, I thought you were going to have a debate about it as well, and I thought you'd probably go, no, we might be able to use them, convert them to Dons, and then imprint them into the enemy.
Yeah.
Just hit him in the head, he dies.
Nah.
No,
Just get rid of him.
Cold-blooded execution.
Yeah.
It's easier. Do you know what we could
Fucking
do?
Wagner
Any
group
implants
bastard he
he's-
is.
Can we take out? Could Jet take out some of the any implants he's got, and then we could sell them?
Very well phrased. Can Jet take out the implants? Not can we take out the implants? I would just take out the implants.
Yeah, I mean, Jet can probably steal the implants now that the guy's obviously not going to put up any resistance. So yes,
They'll be worth some money, won't they? You know.
they'll be worth some
We're
money.
criminals. We're not exactly nice people.
You're really not, are you? You're really like,
No,
yeah,
no, not
horrible,
really.
horrible people. So let's.
What
have
can I
a
do
look
with a
at-
body?
Baa-Baa, you hungry?
Okay. Oh no!
Oh,
No,
don't!
no, we're leaving. Yes. So yeah, Jet is able to recycle all the cybernetic implants that the guy has. There's some quite good ones. He's got like combat reflexes, and all
Yes,
sorts
please.
that just managed to take out. The problem with combat reflexes is that they will get damaged as you try to remove them, so they're going to have to make a repair roll on them for a bit as well. But that is something that Baa-Baa might be able to get out of this, is the combat reflexes. I'm going to look that up for next time. So you now have a dead drug dealer on your hands, and the information of where you think the drug lab is that you have been told by Don to deal with. You're pretty sure you know what he means by that. So that's where we'll come back in next time.
We know how to deal with things. We go in there, we roll really badly. And
Yeah.
Bryan feels bad for us and lets us get, like, away with one thing we shouldn't have gotten away with.
To be fair, I only allowed you to get away with one thing that was like borderline.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
But yeah, I think that went quite well. I hope you enjoyed the game.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was fun.
I enjoyed it. It didn't go quite well.
It didn't go well, but it was fun.
It was fun.
Nobody died on our side. We're fine.
I would just like to say I did give you an option of 2 possible adventure paths that I had in mind for this one, and you all went, we would like to do one with some more fighting in. So, on your own head be it.
I didn't realise I was the only fighter in the party.
Well, you know now. To be honest,
Wraith is like a fucking hacker. He doesn't really fight.
well, the second part of the adventure is going to be you guys and possibly the other players, if they're available, storming the drug lab.
This is going to be
Dealing with
interesting.
the drug lab. So it's going to be another fight. However, the difference between the one you've just had, which was largely non-fatal, and the one you're about to have, this one will be to the death. This is going to be
We'll be taking our weapons, won't we?
Yeah, because obviously if you're storming a drug lab, these guys are making millions out of this drug. They're going to defend that with gunfire. That's not going to be a few poser gangers throwing punches.
Maybe soldiers.
I think we should take some explosives as well, so that we can completely blow the lab up. So
you can have a discussion about exactly what you want to do in that regard. In private, so that I'm not privy to exactly what your plan is till you spring it on me. That's kind of an interesting way to go with it.
Does Don have a 120mm mortar that we can borrow?
Not that you can borrow, no. So anyway, so thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much to the people at home for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We will do a second part to this, possibly with the other players back in, as they might be available for that. Who knows? Hope you've enjoyed it anyway. Jenny wants to say something before we go.
Yeah, if you're on Twitter or Facebook, then definitely please follow us at Gethsemane Games for all the latest updates. And also check out YouTube if you want to see older episodes of this once Bryan uploads them, although I don't know when that will be. And also other episodes of other games that we do, as well as this. You definitely need to check out the Gethsemane Games drive-through RPG, where you can buy system-agnostic adventures and maps, and check out Bryan's Patreon account, where you can receive various interesting goodies like maps for your games from as little as just £3 a month, if you search BF Irving for that. And lastly, if you want to support, but you don't necessarily want to pay monthly, consider checking out Bryan's Coffee account as well.
Okay, excellent. So yes, that only remains for us to say, do join us again for the second half of Kitchen Nightmares, and we will see you then. Do stay safe, take care. But from us for now, good night.
Goodbye.
Good night.